Well, I can't understand none of it. This one begat that one, and that one begat this one, and begat, and lo and behold, someone says some shit to someone or another. Just how retarded are you?
Oh, buddy!
What? Well, why you do it then, baby Billy? Well, 'cause I'm selfless.
God-awful bunch of malcontents. I hope you all kill each other.
I'm white, you know? I'm white.
All the way Virginia, bitch.
Who the fuck okayed that?
This is the type of shit we do, roll up on niggas at the goddamn barbershop.
You can't handle Big Diesel anyway. My meat would have you in the hospital.
Yo, I hope you die.
Oh, fart nigger.
You should just fucking smile and blow me!
You talk like a fag, and your shit's all retarded.
Oh, no! Oh, jeez!
I'm very obviously gay. I look at him and I'm like, well, you're gay.
Oh, you sound racist. Good. Yes. Yes, I am.
What is the major problem, do you think?
Too much hormones?
Yeah. Didn't help.
You believe in hell and stuff?
Yeah.
Who do you think's down there?
Who's down there? Martin Luther?
Hold us hostage.
You little bastard, you attacked my stepson?
Wow!
Jews be Jewing. Niggas be nigga-ing.
Nobody's saying you can't own a gun. Nobody's even saying you can't carry a gun. All we're saying is you can't carry a gun in town.
Rest now, brother. We have the watch, and I'll see you in Valhalla.
In certain extreme situations, the law is inadequate. In order to shame its inadequacy, it is necessary to act outside the law, to pursue natural justice. This is not vengeance. Revenge is not a valid motive, it's an emotional response. No, not vengeance. Punishment.
Tonight we have a chance to say, yeah, you're right. We're too extreme. We're too wild. We're too out of control. We're too full of our own shit. Or we have a chance to say, hey, fuck you, you're wrong. Fuck you, we're right. Because you have all made it to the dance. Because believe me, this is the dance. Start the show.
Good evening, everybody. It's always creepy when Dad does it. It's always creepy when white Dad gets the shoulders going, huh? Welcome to the program. It's the Steel Toe Evening Show. I'm Aaron Imholt, and you, fine people, have been this show's saving grace the last 3 weeks or so. Remember like 2 months ago, remember the middle of winter where we were like, man, these evening shows are dead. It's like 200 people at a time. We're like, holy shit, what are we going to do about these evening shows? That morning crew. This is kind of the lesson that's learned for us not to lean on the rally segments so much, because back then we were like, man, this evening show, what are we going to do? Evening show spikes to like 300 at a time, which is respectable for the evening shows. The money's just pouring in on the evening shows. It's literally carrying the morning shows. Did you know that Monday through Wednesday on the morning shows, we have not legitimately hit a goal in 2 weeks? 2 weeks now. And the reason I say legitimately is because on the days where Sanford Son pops in with like 40 gifted memberships, I'm like, I understand that as mercy. I understand that as extreme generosity from Sanford Son. So I don't call that like a straight up hit where everybody's gifting memberships $5 at a time, maybe at 20, 25 here. It's not the same. So it's been 2 weeks. So tomorrow we're going to do something differently. Now I'm a businessman. I run a business here. I've kept this thing afloat for 6 years since that terrible day on the radio. And you have to make changes when the audience is telling you to make changes. So the audience is telling us to do something in the morning. I've never taken one or two misses here or there as like a sign that you need to do something. But when Oz is killing on Thursdays, I got to send out Oz's bonus pay money for the month of April. It's a chunk. I'm working on grabbing another advertiser that will be specifically for Oz. We got 2 people we're talking to, maybe a third, that will be an Oz exclusive sponsor because I want to bring Oz on for a second day. And, so here's what I've decided to do before I start jumping around too much. Tomorrow, we're going to give Johnny the day off. We're going to see how it goes. We're going to try it because I talked to Johnny today and I said, you're never fired from this place. I'm never cutting you loose. You will always have a home here, because he's not feeling well. He's not doing, physically, he's not feeling as well. He's going through one of those down times in terms of MS and all that. So he's like, oh man, if you need to let me go. I go, I'm never letting you go. Like, you were here from day one. You were the first one to say, yes, let's do it online, blah, blah, blah. So you're not going anywhere. But I said, maybe what it could be is our dynamic 3 days a week gets stale for people. It's not his fault. It's mine too. Mine more. I'm the host of the show. So I said, why don't we break it up? Why don't I go on tomorrow by myself? And then one of 2 things can happen. Either it freshens things up, we get a hit in the morning, it goes great, or we miss again. And then it's clearly not a Johnny issue. It's just there's something going on with the mornings. People are at work. They're too busy. Economy shitty. Whatever it is. Because our viewership numbers are the same. That hasn't changed. So I said, let me try it tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. Then I told him, I said, they could just be plumb fucking sick of us together 3 days in a row every single day. So I said, I may work on a thing where we go Johnny on Monday, Oz on Tuesday, Johnny on Wednesday, Oz on Thursday, and then me doing Rumble Link Friday by myself. I think that could be fun. So tomorrow, we're going to give that a shot. I let this audience speak with their money. Wherever the money goes, I listen to the fans that way. If I've listened for years now as fans, newer fans go, fuck Johnny, I hate Johnny, he gives no energy, suck, blah, blah. And then I listen to the OGs, they go, we love Johnny, Johnny's our favorite, we're emotionally, attached to Johnny and this and that. And I'm like, well, okay, you can't decipher sometimes who's in the majority there. So the best tiebreaker, in my opinion, is the money. So that's kind of what tomorrow's all about. I'm excited about it. We've got a great show tonight. We got the 320 Pred Hunters on again. We had a lot of success with them last time. They did another sting operation recently. They've got some stuff to talk to us about regarding their work with the police department. They got that clarified a little bit, and I'm really interested to hear more about that. So they're going to call in about a half hour or so. Now, what's really interesting is when you have a show that has a sizable audience, you have a big audience when nothing is uniform. If you have a show where everything it has like a 100% approval rating or a 0% approval rating, your audience is probably not very big. There has to be some contention, some debate, some argument in your audience, no matter what you do. And I got my first detractor message about the 320 Pred Hunter guys. And the message I got was, it was about this guy privately and all that. I don't know who the guy is. I don't know what his name is. I don't care to know what his name is. He asks to be anonymous. I respect that. The other thing is, he's like, oh, you've banned this guy in your chat before. And I'm like, look, I appreciate that, but this isn't about whether this guy's been banned in the chat. This isn't about whether or not this guy's Mother Teresa or he's a mobster. You know, my whole thing with the 320 Pred Hunter guys is, I like what they're doing. I've got 3 kids. I want these fucking creeps off the streets. I want them publicly shamed. If we still could, I would want them tarred and feathered and ridden on a rail outside of town. So my association with the 320 Pred Hunter guys is very simple. I love what they're doing. I want to have them on the show and promote them. $1 from Oz for Mayor starting us off tonight says, Nig Holte, Yankees announcer John Sterling died this morning. What did you do? As far as John Sterling goes, I can only say, he is high, he is far, he is gone. I am probably the 9 millionth person to make that joke. The announcer is dead. John Sterling was the Yankees announcer for many, many years. If you were a Yankee fan, you probably loved him. If you were a fan of any other team in America, you hated his fucking guts, and he was obnoxious as all hell. I thought John Sterling called a horrible game. I thought he was obnoxious. I thought he was annoying, but I can see why New Yorkers love him. And he died, I think he was like 89 years old. Rest in peace to the great John Sterling. Who's starting us off? Chev Maddock with $1 says, you forgot a members only show last week. Does that mean we get 2 this week? Yes, and I'll tell you why. It will probably be Thursday and Saturday. It could be Thursday and Friday. But you are getting 2 members show this week. Thanks for bringing it up. I tried to do it where it was premium only and members only on YouTube, because I tried to do a members thing for Rumble and it doesn't always work. So I tried to go, I'll just go straight up premium only on Rumble. The problem is when you switch it over to premium only, it kicks off the YouTube stream. So I don't know what I'll have to do. I'll see by Thursday. We may just go back, not fuck with it, and just go back to what we were doing before. It seemed to work just fine. And just do it that way. But yes, you guys are getting, I've got 2 shows planned already. I got the topics ready to go. Chevy fan says, Oz doesn't kill. LOL, stop. He does, though. Oz does the Thursdays kill. Chevy fan. I don't know what to tell you. You don't have to like him. You don't have to think he's great. You don't. But he does extremely well. A lot of people do that. A lot of people do that thing where if they don't like something, they're like, you're delusional. That's terrible. That's very internet culture. I've learned that over the last 6 years. It's kind of a defense mechanism that they have personally for something they don't like. It's okay not to like something that does well. I mean, shit, I can be a hater sometimes. I hate shit that a lot of people like. It happens. But I also make sure that I say things like, they obviously have a lot of talent. I'm obviously missing something. This one's on me. I just don't like it, you know? But yeah, Oz crushes every time he's on. MSO says, Johnny seemed fine on his show today. You could also get an even bigger loss. That's what I mean. I want to test it out tomorrow. I want to try it out for tomorrow. Taste Fairy Ielto says, $4 gallon gas is scary for some people. Dude, I understand. If I was in your position and gas went up by a certain amount and I donated a certain amount to a stupid fucking internet show, the line item I would cut out of the budget to balance things out would be the stupid fucking internet show. Believe you me. Some are saying, are you the guy that did the thing? Okay, you are. That's all I'm going to say about it. You're the guy who did the thing. All right. You are the guy who confronted Ethan Ralph back at the courthouse way back in the day, too. So some are saying renewing his membership for 47 months. Some are saying, and then gifting 5 memberships over on YouTube. Rumble, you guys aren't going to let YouTube out-gift your memberships, are you? Stop it. Chevmatic gifting a membership over on Rumble. Thank you very much. Hey, 25 memberships. I'm sorry, 29 memberships away from 600. If you get to that tonight, I will go until 9 o'clock, which means I'm going to miss part of the Wolves game. You bastards. Or if you knock out today's loss, I'm going to do what I did last week. I'm going to consider Monday's loss a loss. We're going to move on, start the week from here. I don't consider you guys in any way responsible for that L, even though you always seem to knock it out. I'm leaving it in the dust. Johnny's going to have to sell his futon again. People are saying, rest in peace, Johnny's egg chair. Johnny's pay doesn't go down. Johnny's pay doesn't move. Johnny will make the same amount of money. MSO says, I know you're going to disagree, but maybe you should consider covering Rodney's too, as opposed to that fucking clown. I don't even remember his fucking name he covered this morning. I don't know who you're talking about. As far as the Rodney thing, no offense, MSO. Maybe I'm just getting too old. It just seems like a lot of non-tent. It really, no offense, MSO. Nothing happened. Some guys did a show. I mean, I just find what's going on in the world a lot more interesting than that. And also, I'm right, and the people who like that are right. I don't want to go down that hole. I'll watch it in my free time if I find it interesting. That particular thing you're talking about, I don't find very interesting. But if I start covering that instead of other stuff that's more interesting, I start to become part of the cancer that's invaded our culture and is killing it from the inside. You understand? Like, that's not something you should aspire to at all. You know, someone has referenced the sauna today. I did go to the gym today. Do we want a sauna update? Is the audience? By the way, I wrote to SP before the show. She fell asleep. She took a nap. And I wrote, I said, all right, I'm going on. Wish me luck. Love you. And I think she must have just woken up because she texted me back, good, kick you too. That's a win for the toe. You tell someone, hey, love you. I'm going on. Love you. Kick you too. Thanks. Didn't I get kicked hard enough this morning? Oh, my God. MSO also says, it's really quite simple, Aaron. The show needs more racism. Oh, shoot. Vidiot says, my niece's mother's birthday. Your niece's mother? That would be your sister. Is today. Mom lost her husband. That would be your brother or brother-in-law. And her 2 best friends in 1 year. Rough day to celebrate. Yeah, and happy birthday. That's a really fucking depressing statement you just made. Holy shit. Thank you for sending that to our show. MSO says, since you tamed your head spider, you've been missing more goals. Maybe there's a connection. Just saying it. Is it the swoop? Is the swoop causing the problem? Is that what it is? I don't want it to be the swoop. Oh, no. The swoop can't be causing the morning misses. I've become emotionally attached to the swoop, as it were. Joey Caravello's mommy with a very mature take. He says, I agree with Chevy fan. I think Oz is corny as shit, but he makes you money and the majority of the audience likes him. So it makes sense to bring him on more. Thank you. That is the most grown-up take I've ever heard in any show chat anywhere. You should be proud of that. Darkwind says, I say have both Oz and Johnny on the show and let them duke it out. I like my idea of just letting the money fall where it may and just going with that. How about that? Can we just do that? That would be good. I am going to cover something today that MSO will be happy about. Nothing happened at that Rodney's thing. I'm sorry, buddy, but there's just nothing to cover there. Nothing happened. Plus, that Dabbleverse, as I look in at it and watch it crumble from the inside, and it's fantastic. We've officially defeated Moody and Karl. They're no more. You look at So Thorough Joe Burrow caught a strike. He can't even just replay my content properly. He's so fucking retarded. So he's gone for a week. That's kind of late stage Steel Toe Derangement Syndrome though for poor Joe Burrow. I could have told him that was going to happen to him, but he can't help himself. He's not in control. I am. So like, we're going to cover Karmic today because he lost his channel, and I'm not sure why, but I think I know why. We're going to cover it for a second. Then we got to cover more of this JP Morgan thing. So more of this JP Morgan deal came out. Apparently, this fucking guy is still coming out with, it's so embarrassing. He's coming out with more allegations, this Indian guy, even though we've already proven that his previous allegations are bullshit. He's not stopping. This is autistic and retarded and weird. We're going to get to it. He also faked his father's death so that he could prepare this lawsuit. It's getting weirder by the second, and I have a feeling it's not done giving us gold yet. On a Wall with $5 says, I prefer more news on Monday to catch up from the weekend. The gags annoy me, but I'm grumpy. What do you mean the gags? I'm full of gags. That wasn't the way to say that. Thank you, On a Wall, for the $5. Keep it going, guys. We appreciate it. Vidiot says, no, sir, my nephew married a woman, and that makes her sister my niece. Huh, wait, hold on. Your nephew married, that makes... I'll figure it out. Hey, don't worry about it. I'll figure it out. Sam Show says, okay, you want a better take? The fucking cripple. I'm not going to do that to him. Aaron, do the 3-man booth. Don't be a coward. I can't afford it. I can't afford to bring Oz on for more days than he is. That's why we're looking for an advertiser to bring Oz on for a second day. Mikey Two Milk says, here's a grown-up take for you. Pee pee poo poo. That's a fine idea. Mikey did have a fine idea. All right, let's get, thank you guys very much for the great start to the show today, especially YouTube, who is currently membership mogging Rumble right now. Kraken slapping, becoming a member for 47 months. Says Minnesota will suck even more if the gun control omnibus passes. No Pen 15 Fathead says, I'd love to see Johnny on an evening show. We'll see. All right, they're saying, tell us about your sauna. All right, actually, the sauna was very educational today. Before we get into this, hit like, hit subscribe, hit follow. I'm going to send a message real quick to the 320 guy because we're definitely not going to get to his shit at 6:30. I'll say make it 7 because we got a lot of stuff I want to get to. The sauna today, I went to the gym. Instead of stretching, I go into the sauna. I'm a lazy fuck. Then I run 3 miles. Then I do 4 1-minute planks that end up making my obliques sore for 4 days because I have no fucking core. And then I do some leg lifting. And then my shoulder's useless, so I haven't been doing a lot of upper body stuff. And then I hit the sauna for another 5 minutes. I go home. I go into the sauna today, and it's there's a lot of people in there. And it's 185 degrees, which I don't like. I like it around 200. 185, you got to stay in there too long. Well, it's pretty full today. And so we all start talking. You know, some days I want to keep my headphone in. I want to listen to what I'm listening to. There's 1 or 2 people in there. I don't really want to chop it up with everybody. I don't want to be pals and I'm being pretty antisocial. And today there were a bunch of people in there, so I start bullshitting. It passes the time easier than listening to Piers Morgan or whatever the fuck I was watching. And there's a few old guys in there. One of them likes pickleball. He's talking to some old ladies about pickleball. Again, fucking loves pickleball. Well, the other guy is a retired plumber, it turns out. And I have sink questions for him because I have a sink that's acting up where the drain it's not fully attached to the basin. And I've got it kind of rigged back together. And I ask him, I take the nut, I turn it. It gets to a certain point, but it's still loose. And the retired plumber tells me, you got a cracked nut. Is it the plastic one or a metal one? I said, it's a plastic one. Says you got a cracked nut. You got to get rid of that nut, get a new one. You don't need to replace everything. You're fine. So that's awesome. So now tomorrow I'm gonna get a replacement nut for my sink, and I'm gonna snug up my half bath, the main entryway bathroom sink. I'm very excited about it. So and then we started talking about water heaters and how I can fix my water heater. I was trying to prove myself to the retired plumber, and very educational. Now I'm going to go into the chat after my very innocent description of my sauna experience today, and I'm going to see how all of you turned it into something gay. Let's take a look. No lube required in the sauna. That's one of the first ones. Aaron gets stretched in the sauna. There's no glory hole in the sauna. If there was a glory hole in the sauna, the physics of the sauna wouldn't work. The heat would not retain. Heat would escape through the glory hole and go into whatever the next room is, either the steam room and by the way, isn't the steam room kind of gayer than the sauna room? So I'm doing the straighter of the two things. Aaron broke his penis in an 80-year-old. You know what? Fuck that. I'm making you guys pay for these because it's all just the same gay joke. We need some creativity in here. Sam Show says you didn't take the nut off and look at it. All right. We're fixing it now. We're good. Baba Shab says, was this before or after he sodomized you? Now, I need to ask a question because I think this says a lot more about the person writing it than it does the person they're writing it to. Why always sodomy? That's what I want to ask the audience. And, internet chat rooms for streams, they're very defensive about this. When the host starts turning it back on the chat, they get very defensive and they have a lot of defense mechanisms. Don't do that. Don't put up walls. Let me in. Stop it. Why immediately sodomy? Because I know what your immediate cope answer is going to be. It's going to be, no, but I'm calling you gay. I know, but you're there already. Like before I even tell you what the story is, you're already at gay. So I want, open up for me. No, God. It's not what I meant. I didn't mean open up. I mean, let me fuck your butt for a second. I mean, pick your brain for a second. Why sodomy always with you? Don't give me a cope answer. If someone can give me a real answer, if they can look within themselves and actually tell me something honest about them, that would be incredible. I would see that as great professional growth. The rest I would see as you got caught and you're coping. My lost interest says, why not? Well, that's, now you're just throwing it back on me. It's rude to answer a question with a question. Nomo says, cause it's funny. I don't think so. I think it's deeper than that. That's not. Rob says, in a sauna, what other choice is there in that situation? All kinds of choices. All kinds of choices. Maybe we just wanted to have a nice conversation. Maybe we wanted to. Now, you know what? You're right. In the sauna, there really is. It's big, sweaty men. It's really dicks or nothing, huh? Yeah. But it also, you're not off the hook. It also means you're fucked up. Let's be very clear about that. Let's be very clear that it also has to do with you all being very, very gay. All right, let's continue. You need to spend some time in the valley, says Dustin, but I don't. I don't have to. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit share, and for God's sake, don't let us have a 2-loss Monday. Gift those memberships. Throw in those super chats, those Rumble rants, those PayPals, those Venmos. You know what I think? I think what we ought to do is I think we ought to just start throwing in Red Boys like they're going out of style. You know? I think we ought to, like 3 Red Boys will fix everything from this morning. 20 gifted memberships fixes a lot of things. Get after it. Let's go. So, Karmic X. This is really sad. A apparently telling everyone you want to fuck them up and telling people to die and everything like that, apparently doing that every day for 2 years can eventually catch up to you. Karmic X lost his YouTube channel today. It was taken down. Now, usually what happens with a YouTube channel is you get strike 1, you go out for seven days. Strike 2, you go out for, I think, 2 weeks. And strike 3, you go out for a month, I think, on strike 2. And then you get strike 3, you go out, you're done. Your channel just gets nuked. So Karmic doesn't even, I don't even think they gave him the 3 strikes. They just said that they've found severe or repeated violations of their harassment policy, and they're removing his channel from YouTube. They're saying, you're gone, you're done. No more Karmic X. Now, this hurts because I brought this young man into the world. I gave him his earliest exposure. And I wasn't there to help my child. I wasn't there to help him stave off this unfortunate demise on YouTube. It was sudden. There was nothing any of us could have done. So I decided to check in with him. He's kind of, I'll be honest, it's hard to watch. It's not a show. He doesn't do a show. He just sits there, waits for people to send in money, and then reads them being, and I'll be honest, really fucking mean to him. Like, they're so invested in him in a way that is remarkably unhealthy for any human being, and they're incredibly mean, and it's not like fun. It's just mean-spirited and nasty. And they're just trying to get him to yell and scream and throw a tantrum, and then they go, oh, look what we made him do. I don't get it. I don't understand that kind of entertainment. I don't think it particularly takes talent on the part of the chatter or the performer. I look down on it. But some people, look, it doesn't take much, for them to pass the time. I watched him a little bit, and he just seems depressed. And then he keeps reading all the shitty things people are saying to him. They're giving him $1 and $2 at a time, and they're just saying, I hope you die, and I hope you get dumped, and you're a piece of shit, and you should go live in a tin shack, and all this. And I'm just kind of like, what are any of you getting out of this? Like, my audience, it's kind of a sunshiny vibe. It's like, you sodomite, bah, but it's all tongue-in-cheek. We're all just being ridiculous and silly and whatever. It's been that way for 20 years. In my broadcasting career. It's been like that for 12 years now on Steel Toe. So, but like watching him, it's all just people, it's schoolyard bullying. It really is. Like, Karmic's just being bullied, and now he loses his YouTube channel. This is a great time to just step away, not do it. I mean, he doesn't do a particularly big show. The biggest audiences he ever has is when we rate him on Rumble and send 400 or 500 people his way. That's the biggest audience he ever has. So it's not like, if I walk away from this, I got to blow up a career that I've built over 20 years, and I got to start something brand new, with this show out there, and like they can use it for whatever. That's why I'm going to hang on until my little last fingernail is knocked off the mountain, and I go spiraling, spectacularly to a bloody and explosive ending. But with this guy, he can just walk away. He doesn't need any of this shit. But it doesn't look like he's going to. He's on there. So here's what I propose. I propose we hit like. We get on the front page of Rumble. We build up a real big Rumble audience tonight. And if Karmic is still on after the show tonight, we hit the goal. We get on the front page. We build this big audience, build it up. And then we throw it over to Karmic. We get him going on Rumble. It's like that big, I'm teaching my youngest to be more confident while she's riding her bike. And you go and you push her on the bike. You give her a big push, and then she tears off after that, right? That's what we need to do for our boy Karmic. We need to give him a big old push and watch him take off into the sunset. Or yell and scream at people as they bully him. But yes, Karmic is out. Repeated violations of the harassment policy. And I'll be honest with all you dabble people, it's going to happen to all of you. That is, like, your whole thing's coming to an end as it is. I mean, you've been humiliated by me how many times, and my proxies how many times. Now your channels are getting struck. You're striking each other. You're threatening to strike each other. You're like underlings that do 40 viewers at a time are becoming all the stories. And the rest of the bigger shows are just covering them. Like, it's all going to hell. And you're all going to end in a mire of harassment and lawsuits and strikes and shit like that. It's all coming to an end. There's still time to pivot, but you don't want to pivot because then you'd have to say to Aaron, "Oh, Aaron, you were right." And they're not going to do that. All right. Thank you very much. There was a guy. I've got the 320 Pred Hunters thing up here, so somebody sent me a message on Facebook. It came up. I appreciate that. But yeah, look, Karmic, you can't go on telling people that you want to kick their ass and you're going to beat them up. That's why a lot of people, they'll say that about people. They'll go, "Oh, I want to beat them up." And they'll go in Minecraft or in Fortnite or in whatever. Because if YouTube sees you over and over and over yelling at people, telling them you wish they were dead in a video game and you want to beat them up and all this other shit, they're going to get you. So in short, in closing, Karmic X,
you are cast.
Sorry, pal. It's a tough spot to be in. My Lost Interest gifting 5 memberships. Hot shit.
Wanna fuck? Let's fuck!
Oh, no. And then Karmic is that's our $20 drop thing. Oh, man. Thank you, My Lost Interest. 24 memberships away from 600 and me going to do an extra half hour tonight. Hey, guys. What, 5 more of those My Lost Interest drops? If 5 of you want to decide to do the same thing, go for it. Do it. Then we've got an extra half hour tonight. Let's go on and see what we've got here. He's streaming now. No, I know, Rob. I know he's streaming now. I want to hit the goal, knock everything out, and then raid him after the show's over. All right? We're gonna raid Karmic X after the show's done. How's that? That okay? Sam Show says, starts crying because he can't even do that right. Tries to shoot himself with the last round, and it squibs. Who? Karmic? Jesus, guys. Steven52MS says, last week Karmic was talking shit about Aaron and his show. Steven, you understand it's because we raided him, and then I got him to talk shit about me. I started writing to him in the Rumble chat. I was going, "Why won't you acknowledge me? We just gave you hundreds of you." I was fucking with him, and then he started yelling at me. It's a silly thing. It's a silly thing. That's what's funny. It's like people were writing me after that Rumble Friday show, and they're like, "Did you know Karmic was just absolutely laying into you?" I'm like, yes, I made him do that. I was like, I raided his channel, and then I was obnoxious. I wanted to say hi to him. He wasn't saying hi to me, and then he just blew up and started screaming at me, which was also very funny. Silver Wolf, yeah, it's the Sam Hyde thing. What did he say? Hassan Piker, I'm coming to your house in Los Angeles. Oh, no, Hassan Piker, I'm coming to kill you in Los Angeles at your house. And he goes, "You mean in the ring?" "No, in real life." Yeah, so I don't know, man. People are saying in the chat that Karmic's a weasel. It's just, yeah, Papa Shab, in Minecraft? No, in real life. I think we should get that drop back. "I'm going to kill you." "You mean in the ring?" "No, in real life." We used to have that one. We should get it back. But no, I think that whole world is going to go down the same way he is because they all do the same shit. They're all doing everything Karmic does. So it'll all go down that way eventually. $2 from No Pen 15 Fathead says, Karmic is stream sniping you. Everybody wave to Karmic. It's the most viewers he'll ever have. Hey. Tommy from MySpace says, all Karmic X does is talk shit about you. Karmic hates you. No, Karmic loves me. It's all a show, you guys. Guys, it's all a show. This is why I think these people who show up in my chat, it's like, how do you guys still take this shit seriously? I have tried to baby walk you that, guys, we're fucking around. This is always done with a big shit-eating grin on our face and tongue-in-cheek. And you guys are like that Tommy from MySpace. You guys are like invested in a really unhealthy way. Like, I'll fuck around and do like the pro wrestling heel shtick so over the top. And you guys will be like, no, it's not that way. It's like, you don't understand. That's what I'm trying to get you to do, Tom. I'm trying to pull you in and get you to emote. You know what they call those? Those are called marks. Right now, Tommy, you're being a mark. And by the way, Taste Ferre Alto says, Aaron, you're exposing the goddamn business. I'm sorry. That's on me. That's on me. I am exposing the business. Roots Calhoun says, hey, that's Tom. He's in my top 8. Thank you. All right, guys, let's go to this JP Morgan thing. Thank you once again for the amazing start to tonight's show. 24 memberships away from 600. Keep lighting up the memberships and the Rumble rants and the PayPals and everything like that. We're about a red boy away from notching a win tonight. Thanks, guys. Keep it up. So this John Doe from this JP Morgan lawsuit is the craziest fucking cross-eyed nutbag I think I've ever seen. He's still going. So if you don't know, we covered it this morning. I still don't think we have this fucker's name. They're still going with, oh no, we have the name. Chirayu Rana. Chirayu Rana. I believe that was Rey Mysterio's finishing move, was the Chirayu Rana. He's filing wild new claims against executives at JP Morgan, including lurid threesome invitations days after going viral with fabricated sex slave allegations. So this...
Wanna fuck? Let's fuck!
He's pervasive. He's everywhere. Getting banned is probably going to be the best career move he's ever made. So this Chirayu Ranu filed this complaint and this lawsuit where he said this executive lady at JP Morgan, who's very fetching, she's very attractive, that she sent him all these text messages and he revealed them. And she was saying things like, if you don't fuck me right now, if you don't fuck me all night, I'm never giving you that promotion. He claims that she spiked his drinks with Viagra and cornered him and, made like, he's making allegations like she forced him to let her suck his dick. It's like, it's such like a 16-year-old coomer that like, who's never had sex before, so you and your friends talk about sex in a certain way that would never actually happen, like very American Pie kind of a thing, or Porky's kind of a vibe. So he's like, oh yeah, she said if I don't fuck her all night long and if I don't let her suck my dick dry, that she's going to fire me and not let me get promotions. And then there's my absolute favorite text message where she said, well, I'm sorry, she didn't say this. He used a chatbot to pretend to be her to say these things to him so he could make this part of his complaint. He claims that she texted him, I bet that Asian fish head wife of yours doesn't have cannons like this. Now, a woman who is an executive at JP Morgan would not refer to her own tits in a text as cannons. But you know who would refer to her tits as cannons? A cross-eyed, goofy Indian virgin who doesn't know any better. So they're basically finding out now that not only has this guy made this whole thing up, and he's opened himself up now to countersuits, but also he faked his father's death. This is true. They got to his dad. His dad is very much alive. And they asked the dad about his son's suit, where he accused Lorna Hajini of allegedly drugging him and pressuring him into non-consensual and humiliating sex acts. On Sunday, the plaintiff's dad told the New York Post that he didn't know anything about his son's lawsuit, saying he didn't talk with us or anything. But he stressed that he still has his son's back, adding, quote, he's my son. He's a good guy. And here's the interesting part about his father making these defenses of his son. Back in November of 2024, this John Doe, Chirayu Rana, or whatever his name is, took time off from JP Morgan, took personal time, to mourn the death of his father. No, the same father that apparently rose from the dead like Lazarus and just spoke to the New York Post about his son's lawsuit. Hold on a minute. Hey man, I sent you a message. Can you call back at about 7? We're running a little behind tonight. 7, 20 minutes. All right, thank you, buddy. Bye. That was our guy from Pred Hunters. I tried to send him a message that we were running a bit behind. But anyway, he claims that his dad died in November of 2024, so he took a bunch of time off. And while he was taking that time off, that's when he was putting together this whole lawsuit. So this guy told his bosses that were apparently sucking his dick to the point where they weren't letting him out of the office that he had to take time off for his dad's death only to prepare this bullshit lawsuit. Now, he's been caught. This is all very embarrassing for him, but he's not done. He is now adding new complaints into this lawsuit. He's filed what he claims is new evidence supporting his sex abuse allegation against executive Lorna Hajini, including one anonymous friend who claimed he was invited for a threesome. Again, an anonymous friend. We don't know who this is. They don't exist. Only on paper. He's the guilty man, Mr. Stevens, the man with the bank accounts. He'll end up chasing a figment of my imagination. Second cousin of Peter the Rabbi. But Shirayu Rana is now... So we've exposed that this was all fake. We've exposed that none of this ever happened and it's not real. And the cringiest, embarrassing thing about this whole JP Morgan deal is that this guy keeps filing complaints. And he keeps making more claims. And it's like, are you ever in a group of people and you know someone's telling you a story that didn't happen? And everyone's kind of uncomfortable and you can sense it. And everyone's kind of looking at each other going, is somebody going to call bullshit on this? Like, what are we going to do? That's the spot that we're at with this guy. He's the bus driver in Billy Madison. He's Chris Farley in Billy Madison going, that what's the boss's name? We got to get the boss's name here real quick. Lorna Hajini. That Lorna Hajini is one fine piece of ace. I know from experience, dude. No, you don't. No, I don't. But a guy I know, him and her, got it on. Whoa! No, they didn't. No, they didn't. But you can imagine what it would be like if those cannons did. So this goofy-eyed Gomer motherfucker says that Lorna Hajini forced him to have sex with her and that, quote, her cannons were great compared to his, again, I'm quoting, Asian fishhead wife, which means that this guy referred to his wife as an Asian fishhead wife in these documents because Lorna Hajini did not write that to him. Dude, this is the greatest story to come around since Rachel Dolezal. I'm here for it. We're going to cover it. This guy's too much. He really is too much. When I worked at, Brian says, when I worked at Chili's in my early 20s, the female kitchen manager every day would walk by all the kitchen staff and force her huge tits into everyone's chest and back as she passed them. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think the kitchen manager at Chili's makes as much as a JP Morgan exec, so you might be shit out of luck on a harassment suit there. Sorry, man. Skousko says, Karmic is crying like a bitch. Oh, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see. Chevy fan writes, Karmic already covered this. I'm sure. I'm sure. The rest of these comments are just amazingly racist. I can't read any of these. This is horrific. Thank you guys very much. Brett McCart says, I had a 45-year-old broad when I was 24. Those was good times. I see her sitting by the slot machines from time to time. That is a very central Minnesota white trash story that you just told us. I went to work for her that summer. Every time I pass a casino. Oh, Brett fucked an old lady, and now he sees her with her fucking unfiltered cigarettes and her walker. Just dropping credits into a slot machine from her Social Security check. You're an animal, Brett. You're an animal. There's no. Oh no, this explains it. Cockdiff writes, I told Karmic to be a man and also told him you're sniping and he's crying. But I'm not sniping. You're just lying to this poor guy so you can make him cry. You dick. Did you really? All right, fuck you guys. Fine, I'll go watch. What did you do to him? Where's Karmic in the live streams? You guys are fucking mean, dude. Please tell me you're not really making him cry.
You fucking idiot.
Oh, you are. You guys are making him cry. Son of a bitch. Uh-oh. Did he might have killed the stream, guys. Oh, no, his video's just fucking... Oh, hey! Hey! Where'd you go? Hey! Hey! Ho! Where'd you go? Hey! There we go.
So I get to be sad on stream.
Guys, don't make him sad. Say nice things in his chat.
Sorry.
Go to Rumble, send him money, and say nice things right now. Pick Karmic up.
Sorry that I get a little choked up when people be supportive.
Don't get choked up on a show. Sorry. You're doing a fucking show. Don't get choked up.
Sorry that it gets me once in a while.
Don't let it get you. Be dead inside. It's bullshit. You're a performer. This isn't real. I give him good advice. Quit staring at us. You got those bug eyes.
This opportunity now, Chad, zoom out, get all the works. Had a long list of shit in his world.
This is getting unwatchable.
That is. I have.
We're gonna cut this pretty soon. This is fucking unwatchable. He can't keep his.
Yeah, I got a.
He's got dial-up internet.
I don't support.
All right, yeah, I'm sorry. I got to tap out. This is fucking awful. Jesus. No, Mikey just wrote in the chat, Steel Toe made you who you are today. Acknowledge it. Guys, this isn't necessary. Don't do this. Don't make him cry. Yeah, he's completely frozen. Poor guy. What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing to the guy? Hulkamasha Baby says, what a whiny faggot. Go swallow your... No, don't say that. Don't say that. Sam Show says he's on a 56K modem. I know. Everyone wants to watch his show. Like, you get banned from YouTube. Everyone wants to check out your show now. And what do? You fucking go on from a flimsy internet connection and don't say anything.
Got a good egg. Thank you. Numero Juno, Josh Denny fan.
Numero Juno. He hates it when you call him that.
Scrolls Ghost. Steel Toe wants you to take a bathhouse tomorrow.
No
thanks.
I don't have a bathhouse, Scouse Ghost. Really it's a sauna at a gym.
Man on man. Scrubbing.
Karmic, I don't want to scrub with you, buddy. Oh.
You can act like a man, Godfather.
Okay, faggot. What's next?
Why don't you bring up gay ruminations over and over again?
Gay ruminations. That's a good one. I got to tell you guys that you're doing gay ruminations. When was he crying?
We are now implementing the Gold Phone
Directive. Fuck.
No donations under $3 will be read or acknowledged.
I want to go back.
Like that idea, Fader.
I want to go back to when he was crying.
It's like I'm not allowed to feel.
Oh, shit. No, don't feel on the
Even
air.
this situation, I'm not allowed to feel about it.
Do it privately.
I'm not allowed to have feelings about certain things.
Oh, shit, don't cry. I don't like this. Just do a show. Distract yourself. You want to hear something sad? I missed this morning by $150.
El Horrible.
My show, Monday through Wednesday, is failing
it's
miserably.
Shit like that gets me. El Relay just told everybody to follow me on Rumble, and that's nice. I don't deserve that.
You cunt! I've been fucking raiding your bitch ass on Rumble, sending hundreds of people your way, and you yell at me. And some closeted homosexual puppet master tells 50 people to follow you, and all of a sudden you break down crying? I've rated you a handful of times and giving you your largest audience ever, and you yell at me. You deserve to cry. I'm glad your channel's gone. Your channel's gone.
Hey, they're gonna shit on you.
Fucking cry, you baby. Yeah, somebody told people to follow me. I raid you constantly, and you give me shit. Everyone tell this guy he's an asshole. See, now I've switched my opinion. He is a porcupine. He is unlovable.
And what am I supposed to do? Just hold these emotions back?
Yes, like a man.
I don't act a certain way.
You can be a man and hold your emotions in, you fucking girl. I'm sorry. That upset me greatly.
Everybody thinks it's goddamn funny.
No, I'm
see me going ape shit over it mentally. I can't help it.
I'm outraged, actually. I'm not happy. I'm outraged.
So
he's shaking.
It's hard.
Bro's fucking shaking over this. Dude, we were on Twitch only. We lost our entire channel. It got nuked. We rebuilt.
Shit's going on in your fucking world, and then you're trying to
in
deal
this
with
world
it live, and then boom, here comes the shit.
Here comes the boom. All right, enough. Fucking dick. A gay guy who plays with puppets told people to follow you. Meanwhile, Aaron raids you constantly and encourages people to watch you, and you yell at him. You deserve it. Sam Show writes, I'm glad your child's gone. I meant to say channel. I didn't mean to say that I'm glad your child's gone. That was really, I know he's never lost a child, but I don't know how that came out of me. Leo with $2 says, Z, Karmic is boring as fuck. Das Optic Nerve with a dollar says, go Knicks, rise. Go Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards is cleared for tonight's game 1. I've heard we're going to keep him out for 1 and 2. But they said he's cleared for tonight. Rusty Grammar with a dollar says, we want the child predators locked up. Fuck this homosexual jobber, you faggot. Wow, that's heavy. Thank you. You guys are doing great tonight. Keep up the good work. Let's keep rallying it up. I love those gifted memberships and all that stuff. Oh, I gave myself a headache yelling at Karmic. Who's the real loser? This guy. This guy's the real loser. All right, we got another 320 Pred Hunters thing. Let's watch this. Let's give this a few minutes here before they call in. This was their latest. They were in Wilmer for this one, and this guy is from England. Now, I don't know if he's really from England or if this is just a guy who got caught trying to be a pedo. So he like put on an accent quick to, to just throw the scent off their trail. He's like, oh, man, I'm going to meet a 14-year-old. And they're like, hi, I'm the guy from 320 Pred Hunters. And he went, oh, hello there, chap. I was wondering if you could show me where the Verizon store is. Because I need to switch my wireless plan because I'm visiting from London town. And in London town, my signal doesn't work as well here in the United States. And I thought you could help me. You think you can help me, pal? Yeah, you were the guy chatting with us about a 14-year-old girl. Well, I don't believe that was me. That may have been a friend of mine. Certainly here from the UK, I would never come to the United States to bugger a child, would I? Let's see how they found this guy out in Wilmer.
All right, you want to follow me in there? Yeah.
So, by the way, we want to work with these guys, and we want to work with these guys. And when I announced that I wanted to work with these guys, literally that day, a video production company emailed me and said, hey, we work here locally. We would love to work with you guys on this. And I was like, I said, I'll bring it up to the guy. That would be awesome.
You don't want police to show up or nothing? How you doing? I'm good. Good?
Well, I got to be honest, Bob's your uncle. I'm not that great. You caught me trying to fuck a kid. He's turning Australian for some reason.
Vaping? Yeah. Man, you got to put that shit down. That shit will kill you. Yeah, you're right. No, we're just going to get away from everybody. We don't want nobody to hear what we got going on.
Yeah.
And we're not the police. You're free to leave at any time. So what brings you here today? You can back up a bit.
Well, not what you think it is. Actually, white supremacy. Like, just admit to something less shitty but still bad so that they'll get off your case. We caught you talking to a 14-year-old. What gives? Well, I was just trying to recruit them for my neo-Nazi organization.
Just trying to watch a movie with a friend.
How old is she?
She's 14.
14?
No!
Is that a good idea?
Probably not, but...
Yeah, it's probably not a good idea.
Well, I really stepped in pot pies and a bag of trout here, didn't I? Oh, boy, I tell you, I feel like such a buffoon. Perhaps if you can let me go, give me the old slips-a-doodle, I could get out of here quicker than you can say Jack Robinson.
What was her name?
Michaela.
Michaela? Okay. What was kind of your plans with her tonight?
Just watch the movie and hang out. I was going to try and get us good stuff.
Where are you from?
Oh, no, is that the famous Zimas and condoms in the bag? Oh, don't let it be the Zimas and condoms in a bag, please. That was always the To Catch a Predator go-to. They would catch these guys with plastic bags with, oh, no.
I like that accent, dude.
Buddy. Appreciate it.
Yeah, that's a cool accent.
Thanks. The girls in the local middle school like it, too.
Yeah, we don't want nobody to see or hear what we got going on over here. But yeah, I'm just trying to go back through some messages here. I'm not quite sure what was all said. Okay. What were kind of your intentions during the movie? Did you have anything? No.
Well, you see, I take a popcorn bucket and just punch the guy in the face. Just like beat the shit. Like, I'm not letting you go any further than that, you piece of shit.
You weren't talking about maybe kissing or anything? Because I kind of went through the chats a little bit. I said
when you're 18, when you're ready.
When
you're 18. Hey, asshole, then it's grooming. I love that. Oh, no, I met her when she's 14, but I'm going to wait till she's 18. Yeah, that's not okay either. That's called a groom job. By the way, you know this guy's guilty. And the reason you know this guy is guilty is the socks and the sandals. I mean, there is no way. I'm not saying that everyone who wears socks with sandals, like especially slides with socks, is a pedophile. That's not what I'm saying. Calm down. I'm saying if you're accused of being a pedophile and you're wearing slides with socks, you're guilty as charged.
Yeah.
That should be admissible in court. Your Honor, we don't have a lot of hard data and hard evidence here. What we do have is many pictures of this man wearing slides with sandals.
Okay. But did you say something about if she was comfortable maybe today?
I said that
could happen?
I said that if she was comfortable, I'd feel comfortable when she's 18 to do it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to find what we got here. Did you bring her like a Red Bull or anything?
I did. Yeah.
You did?
Oh, no, it is. Oh, no, it is the Zima and condoms. It's a Red Bull. Oh, God, no. Don't check the bag. Check the bag.
Okay.
No, wait, don't check the bag.
Oh my gosh.
Is that like the key to every girl's heart or what?
Red Bull?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, that's the key to my...
No, for some of them, it's cocaine, apparently.
I heard.
Energy drinks, I don't know.
Yeah, that'd make me happy. Yeah, nothing, none of the conversations really loading here, but yeah, I had some things I just wanted to go over and is this something you've done before?
I have this idea for this Pred Hunters thing, if they want to let me in and they want me to help out with this, is printing out all of the chat stuff beforehand and doing kind of a segment where it's the 3 or 4 of us, whatever, before we leave for this thing. You record us all talking about it and game planning it, planning how we're going to do it, the whole deal, talking with the police, whatever, and making that kind of part of the presentation, so to speak.
No, I pretty much very careful who I meet online, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't usually meet people that I don't...
Have you ever met up with a girl at the age of 13 before or 14 or whatever?
Nope.
Never met up with a minor?
Nope.
Are you on any sort of apps or anything? Any other apps?
I just,
What other apps are you on?
I was on Meet Me and Christian dating site.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, no. A Christian dating site? Stop. This is just a guy who, even if you didn't catch him doing anything wrong, I'd still want him removed from society. Right? You're a guy meeting a 14-year-old at the mall and you're on... his skin should be sizzling.
Any luck on the Christian dating? No?
I had a few people...
I don't think there should be Christian dating sites, by the way. I think it's mildly heretical. I'll tell you this. I think your Christian dating site should be mass. It should be church. You meet people there at your local parish. And after mass, you maybe say, hi, would you like to go have some breakfast? Or something of that nature. And they'd look at you and they'd say, well, you're a little heavy, sir. I don't know if you want to be having breakfast, but I'll have coffee with you for a start. And we'll talk about Christ.
They like you put a profile pic and then you have to match with them and stuff.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I installed because I thought.
Do you have more luck on Meet Me or do you have more luck on Christian dating?
Probably Christian dating because I'm religious.
Correct answer? Oh, I'm religious. No, you're not. No, you're not. You are not religious. Unless you're part of that religion that after this conversation you can safely fly to Israel for protection. Let's skip ahead a little bit here because they're going to call in a second.
Really going. But yeah, I think in England, I think the whole like neighborhood like will get together. What the heck?
Yeah, they probably wouldn't be too happy.
Oh man.
Hopefully. Well, here's the thing: you got to get this guy to admit to the specific things in the chat. You have to get him to admit to the things he said in the chat that he would do stuff. You have to verbally get these guys saying it so it's admissible in court. Yeah, I said that. Yeah, those are my words. Yes, that's my chat. Yes, that's why I came here. Because you can get these guys confidence like this guy's doing. And you can get them, like they'll think that they can talk their way out of it. They'll even convince themselves that maybe you're their pal and you'll let them go if you just confess to everything. But you need to get stuff that you can turn over to the police.
We didn't cause a disturbance out here. Yeah, we'll be good. I'll vouch for you too. Yeah. How's it going, sir?
Good, how are you?
Hey, not too bad. Yes. Well, Joey, he came here to meet up with a girl you thought to be 14, right?
Right.
But you're not going to do that again.
Nope.
And you did buy 2 movie tickets for her and you, right?
Yep.
But you're not going to do that again either.
Nope.
Okay. And you did state that you were going to give her a kiss too, right? If she was comfortable, right?
If she was 18.
Yeah. Well, you said if she was comfortable in the chat.
When she is 18.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. But you ain't going to do that again either, are you? Okay. Well, there you go. And I could talk to you over here or him or whoever.
So is that the cops? Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. This ain't good.
Hold that. I'm going to go over here. Two.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh boy. How's this gonna end? We're not gonna be able to hear this guy, so we'll just kind of skip around. Uh-oh, they got him waiting. He's sitting there on the steps. And they're calling in now. So we'll go to them in a second here. I just want to see where this ends. They got him sitting on the step. There's the trooper. He's still sitting there. God, he's got to be shitting bricks. He deserves to. They're still sitting there. And you know what's brilliant about these cops is they do kind of what our interviewer guy was doing. They get their confidence. They're like, hey, maybe if you talk to me about this, maybe I can, we'll see what we can do for you. Maybe this is a misunderstanding. Why don't you tell me your side of it? And these guys are all dumb. They'll tell you. Because they think they can talk their way out of it, a lot of these guys. That'll be the end of the video. All right, let's go to the phones here then, and let's talk to our friends from 320 Pred Hunters. They're on the line now. Hello, sir.
Hey, how you doing there?
Not too bad. We were just watching the thing. We got a few of these to talk about tonight. The one we were just watching though was Wilmer, and with the Wilmer one, it doesn't end. We just got to the end of it, and what ended up happening? Did they take that guy away? Is he gone? What's the deal?
No, so all the evidence ended up going over to the police. A lot of times on these catches, they don't make an arrest on site. It'll go to the police. They'll take all his information. Obviously, they know where he lives. They got his name, address. I mean, they got all that stuff. So then it'll go to the detectives. The detectives will do their work and sift through all the evidence I submit to them, and then they'll go make an arrest at a later date.
Okay. Now, you mentioned they haven't arrested this guy yet.
Not yet, but he did. He was in I can't remember the church. He was in some type of church housing, and they ended up finding, they had seen the video, and they kicked him out.
Oh, he was living in church housing, and he's from England?
Yep. Yeah, he was from England, is what he said. I don't even know if Joey was his actual real name. That could have been just what he gave me, but I'm sure I'll be hearing back and get all that stuff at a later date too.
Sure. So that guy, so they're investigating that guy, and they want to make sure they've got everything rock solid before they go get him. Now, is there a world where, and I'm basing this off of Dateline NBC, which is obviously a much bigger international operation, but like they would share their information with the police before they met up with them, and then they would have the cops arrest him there. Do you feel like you would get that kind of cooperation, or would this still kind of be the same situation you had here in Wilmer?
I mean, it depends. It's all county based. Stearns County, I know that if I go to them prior, a lot of times I won't have any involvement in it, and I won't be able to do my exposure, and they would take all the credit for all the work that I put in for it.
Sure. Yeah.
But yeah, it's all county based, and I would wish it would come to something like that, because I mean, I love the job. I love knowing that I'm helping kids and keeping them somewhat safe, you know, to the best of my ability.
That's just it, is that, you know, you want to keep them safe. And a lot of times these meetups, you can gather more evidence for the police at these meetups, because any lawyer could go, oh, well, it's not really him in the chat, or it's a chat bot, or it's this, or it's that. And then you getting them to admit it in person, in public, on video, really helps kind of cut through all those possible defenses. So you would feel like the authorities would want you to do this. So I don't understand the resistance to it.
Yeah, neither do I. And that's what I told the task force. I was talking to them, and I'm like, if I go up there, you know, and I'm dressed in, you know, the bullshit clothes that I wear, I can go up there dressed like them, and I can talk like them. I can stoop down to their level, let them know, hey, I'm not here to judge you or anything, but I'm not the police. And a lot of times they'll let their guard down, you know, whereas if they come in uniforms and fancy booklets and stuff like that, they're going to shut down.
So
on a lot of these cases, I can get them to talk about other apps. I can get them to talk about all sorts of shit.
So do you have, you mentioned that you were talking with the task force. Was that here in Stearns County?
Yep, Stearns County Task Force. Yep, I talked to them actually this morning.
Now, we had some words for Stearns County the last time you were on here about their unwillingness to get involved in a lot of this stuff, and some of maybe the more lenient punishments on crimes like this, or the lax enforcement. How did your conversation with them go? Who initiated the conversation, and what was it like?
The conversation actually went great. We ended up hashing some stuff out, some stuff that I got to do on my end in order for a lot of the stuff in this county to be admissible in court.
Sure.
So we got that hashed out. Yeah, everything went good with that. He initiated the conversation because I'm assuming the phone's blowing up all day. I think he had brought that up about the phone's just ringing nonstop, and the viewers that I got, I mean, they did they did a great job. It definitely woke him up, and yeah, he reached out to me, and yeah, we talked for about, I don't know, probably about 30 minutes.
Oh, wow. And he helped you like kind of like direct these things towards things that could be admissible in court and would help them out?
Yeah, yep. That's exactly what it was about.
Oh, good.
And they ended up creating a case file number for the guy that came from North Dakota last night too. So we got all the evidence sent it out to them actually as we speak right now. So, and yeah, it's about 200 text message screenshots. So
that's an interesting one. That North Dakota one. This is the guy who came to the meetup armed. Tell people about this.
Okay, yeah. So a guy from Fargo, North Dakota, ended up reaching out to one of our 15-year-old female decoys, and yeah, the chats were wild. And as I was reading these chats, he wasn't real sexual with the stuff, but the things he was saying, like he wanted to take her back to North Dakota and make her a sister wife to his other two wives.
Oh.
So, yeah, he had these big plans. And in my head, I'm like, this guy's running some type of cult shit. And that's immediately what I thought is this dude's running a cult. And he's like, in the text, he's telling her, don't be dropping your pants for any other guys. All the girls in your class they're going to all end up doing that and turning into big sluts. And yeah, just the shit he was saying, very, very, I don't know, groomer behavior is what that was. He was doing everything he could to have this girl on lock under his wing.
Oh, fucking hell. So then what happened when you guys tried to confront this guy?
I had my decoy walking down the road in St. Augusta there, and I took the vehicle back and forth like I was just an ordinary bystander. And we knew he was in a truck, and it was like, we knew it was a darker color. So I just kept driving up and down this road, and finally I seen a dark gray Dodge with completely blacked out windows and no license plates. And as I drove by him, he was slowing down probably, 300 yards from my decoy. So I ended up whipping around real quick. I got my decoy in the car, and I thought he was going to take off. That's why I did that. Well, I got right next to him, and I was like, hey, you having car problems? And he's like, no, I'm good, man. And at that point, he had his window down so I could get a good visual of what he looked like in the pictures. And I'm like, that's when I confronted him. I'm like, hey, Rusty, I was like, didn't I used to work with you somewhere? And I brought up like a metal fabricating place. He's like, no, that wasn't me. I'm like, are you sure? And then I got a better look at him, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm with an online organization, Kids Saving America. We're not the police, but we'd like to talk to you. So yeah, I just had a short conversation with him on the road, and I was like, you got any weapons on you? And he's like, yeah, I got a gun. I'm like, okay. Well, we just continued a little bit of conversation there, and then we had traffic coming behind us. So
yeah.
Now we ended up contacting Stearns County Police, and that police sergeant was not having it at all. And I was fuming. I'm like, you guys got a guy here right now, going to be here probably in the next 30 minutes. This is prior to the catch.
Yeah.
And coming from North Dakota, he's coming, and I'm going to bet money he's going to have a weapon, and he's probably going to want to kill this girl. Just by reading the text, I could tell that something was very off with this dude.
Shit.
And yeah, he didn't give two shits. He was like, we're not doing nothing with this case, and we told you that before.
Now, is this, and hopefully you squared this with the task force when you spoke with them later, but is some of this, I get the vibe that some of their resistance to this is because it kind of, and this is terrible, I don't like it, but I get the vibe it's because it makes them look bad, that like citizens are doing this and catching this stuff. They could treat this as like an alliance thing. You guys could help them out, whatever, but they don't get all the glory, or it makes it look like they're not doing their job. So they're hesitant to do anything. It seems like their pride is getting in the way of catching some truly dangerous people.
100%. That's what it boils down to is their egos. They don't like that other people are taking the prize. And ultimately, it has nothing to do with a prize. It has to do with keeping the shit off of our streets.
Right. Right. How many more you got that you're about? How many do you have that you're working on right now? Because last time you were here, you had like 5. You said 5 or 6, but then you've met a couple of these, or at least you tried to meet a couple of these. How many are you working on at the moment?
I would say we got about a total of 10 in the works right now.
Wow.
Yep.
All right.
We got actually one of them's up at Cass Lake Casino right now. He wants to get a 15-year-old high on meth.
Ah, for fuck's sake.
So yeah, we're waiting. We're actually waiting for that catch.
All right. Well, hey, like I said, you ever need me for any of these, I'd love to help. I'd love to help get these guys off the street. I have 3 kids myself, and I really dig what you guys are doing. Yeah, I got a lot of work on my end to being in front of the camera and getting camera quality better. And I'm not a techie guy, so I don't know how to do any of that shit. And hopefully I'll get there someday. Yeah, the last time you were on, afterwards, immediately I had a video production company email me and say, let those guys know if they need any help, I can help them out and this and that. So I'll get that over to you. Yeah, I'll get that over to you. Oh, cool. Yeah, that would be cool. Maybe set up some sting houses. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. So it's 320 Pred Hunters on Facebook. Check it out there. Hey, man, thanks for calling in. And as usual, keep us up to date on what's going on and let us know what we can do. Yeah, for sure, man. I look forward to working with you on one of these catches here coming up. So we'll get you in there. Me too. Thanks, man. Have a great night. All right. Yeah, you too. Yep, bye. Well, there he goes. Little update. I do think that the police don't want to be a part of this stuff, because there is an element of, I think for good reasons and selfish reasons. I think the good reason being they don't want to encourage the proliferation of this stuff. But at the same time, when you're doing it very professionally like these guys are, and it's kind of grassroots, it might, in their mind, you got to remember, when you get to the county level, even law enforcement is political. Even law enforcement is PR. You know, it's about headlines. It's about elections. So you don't want it, you know, if you lean on these guys and you take their investigations as gospel, you might have the public going, well, then what the fuck are you guys doing? You know, if these guys are the ones out there catching all these predators. So it's kind of a fine line as these guys try to walk. Roots says Aaron would be a good decoy. I look nothing like a 14-year-old girl. How dare you? How dare you? Thank you very much, Paul, for the $5. Oh, he says, okay, never mind. Oh, shit. Was it a question for the guy? I'm sorry, man. I apologize. Well, guys, you're doing great. Keep it up. Gift a few memberships. A red boy will fix it. A red boy will fix it all. A red boy will fix it all. Thank you guys very much. Let's knock out tonight. While that interview was going, people were saying that they were saying Karmic is dead. Oh no, what happened? Oh, he is done. Oh, he ended his stream. So he's not okay. I thought they were like he was having a meltdown. Also, you guys are being little tattletales again. Somebody sent me an email. And they said, numero uno's backstabbing you. And it's numero uno Josh Denny fan. It's $1 from Denny. And he says, Steel Toe made hundreds after 4 hours of shucking and jiving, pretending he knows about the news. You beat him already by bringing only yourself to the table. This is like... Again, this is another example of all of that fucking these gay internet people who don't understand that numero uno Josh Denny fan is fucking with these people for a reaction. It's like, again, I don't mean to expose the business, but some of you guys are so dabbled out that you just don't understand that most of us who do this shit are performing, guys. Those of you who take it seriously, you're fucked up. And then Roots has a Karmic song. Oh, no way. Roots made a Karmic song? We gotta We got to check this out. Oh, and Leah, thank you very much for a membership. We appreciate that, Leah. That is fantastic. We are now 28 or 23. We're 23 memberships away from 600. Guys, let's go. 23 memberships away from 600 and an extra half hour to tonight's show. Redbird says, with $1, says, for every person going about this in the right way, there's 50 that completely fuck it up and put multiple people in serious danger and ruin the movement in law enforcement's eyes. I agree with that. Mountain Jews says it's fun to fuck with the serious internet people. Well, I mean, it is insane to send me an email of numero uno Josh Denny fan fucking around with Karmic and going, Aaron, you need to read this. Numero uno's backstabbing you. And I'm like, first of all, the gayest thing a man can do is tattle like that on another man. That's fucking gay. Second of all, stop. Again, I will say it again. You're like the marks that believe pro wrestling is real. Root says, me and my girl got drunk. Oh, Mikey says, name names. He called it. The email says Justin Jefferson. Mikey, I hate to burst your bubble. I don't think it's the real Justin Jefferson. Root says, me and my girl got drunk and I wrote that shit and she sang it. I did the hook and dropped bars at the end. Well, guys, do you got your donating fingers ready? Because this might become one of our new rally songs for tonight. This is called Artificial Beauty Queen. It's a Karmic X song. It's audio only. Let's take a listen to it. This is, this is his girl singing it. He wrote it. And then he drops bars at the end, as he says. All right. A Roots Calhoun joint. Roots. I do like the DJ thing where you mention who produced the track. Roots Calhoun, DJ Clue.
Unrequited love, he's just a boy lost in a world that's gone mad. He lost his way, got caught in the west. Time for a child to be the man. Up where it's cold, out there in the snow, alone with a mindset on one thing. Darkness surveils, losing control. Karmic stuck in on his own string.
She's my artificial beauty queen, weaving a love and nightly through my dreams. You don't know what you do to me. I'm making love to my computer screen.
Computer screen, required love, prompted a song, robot.
Roots Calhoun, DJ Envy, Joe Button.
Hit me, why won't you, babe? Laugh at me, why don't you, babe? I don't need you coming around no more. Finally,
Paul Wall,
Fabulous. She's my artificial beauty queen, weaving a love and nightly through my dreams.
Petey Pablo.
You don't know what you do to me. I'm making love to my computer screen.
See murder. Corrupt.
Artificial beauty queen.
Dub C.
X live stream to the best I be. No, you best not sleep. Reaching for the peak, Joe Rogan ain't got shit on me. Get that crown, sip that shit and sit back down. Better off without that bitch around. Big tits abound. Now I gotta find some new shit to bitch about. Should really work my head right. Good lord, it hurts when I'm alone. It's the worst at midnight. I burst into tears, start cursing this life. The whole room smell like my dirty fleshlight. Please, I gotta get out of this place. Laughing at me when I'm down on my face. In the digital world is my beautiful queen. Wanna open a portal and out with a
She's my artificial beauty queen.
Honest to God, like, have you ever heard a song like it's about a movie, like a movie soundtrack song, and it actually spells out the whole movie for you? This song is an accurate documentary of Karmic's online life.
Weaving a love at nightly through my dreams. You don't know what you do to me. I'm making love to my computer screen. Yes, she's my artificial beauty queen. Weaving a love at nightly through my dreams. You don't know just what you do to me, baby. Making love to my computer screen. She's my artificial beauty queen. Weaving a love at nightly through my dreams. You don't know what you do to me.
It's fucking ridiculous. Like, it's amazing the kind of music production you can do now from, like, straight up just from a computer. It's unbelievable. Like, the shit that used to take, like, 3 entire rooms full of tape and instruments and editing equipment and now you just have a laptop and a USB microphone and they're making songs. Roots Calhoun, artificial beauty queen. People putting in other names in the chat. Oh, shit. Yeah, I could have yelled out a few more. Dinkelman, 808 Mafia. Chevy fan says, sounds like Atmosphere. Well, he's white, you know. If you're white, you can sound like Atmosphere. You can sound like Eminem. Or you can sound like Bubba Sparks. Those are your choices. And nobody, I repeat, nobody wants to sound like Staggerly. So, Atmosphere is not the worst. Mike Go said he liked the C Murder one. Good. MN112 says it's pretty good if it was just the 80s and it's a gay bar. M112 got a gifted membership from My Lost Interest. That's fantastic. Keep doing that, guys. Keep doing that. Root says, I have a studio, Aaron. It's not a laptop and a USB mic. Oh, well, fuck you. I was just trying to compliment that. I thought you maybe had done this on a shoestring budget and had cranked out a banger of a track. Now I know it was just done in a studio, so it loses all the romance that I put into it. I'm sorry, Roots. I'm fucking sorry. My bad. Hulkamasha Baby with $1 says, you must have had 2 tracks playing. Some fat white boy was yelling over those bars. Sorry. Leah says, gay bar, Aaron's show, same thing. Hey! Hurts my feelings. Somebody sent this in and said it looks like Anna Kasparian just got back from the gym. Oh my. We'll play this clip real quick. You guys are 23 memberships away from 600 tonight. And you know, if we get there, not only do I go till 9, but also tonight's goal will be knocked out. And then we won't have a double loss Monday. You guys are doing great. Keep it up. Let's gift 10 memberships in the next 10 minutes and watch ourselves be semi-successful. Anna Kasparian does look like she just got back from the gym here. Whoever sent this one in.
It indicates that white Christians are, for the first time, a minority in the United States.
This is an old clip, isn't it? This isn't their new look, is it? This is younger Anna.
Well, first time since whites came and basically did their colonial thing. But anyway, let's move on.
And wiped out everyone else.
And wiped out everyone else, exactly. Now, the survey that was done by Public Religion Institute actually talked to over 100,000 people in the US. And
now, am I supposed to be listening to what she says, or were you just sending me this clip because Anna looked sweaty and you liked it? Be honest. Am I just supposed to be looking at Anna's flesh and the glow? Or did you want me to listen to what she said? Because I'll be honest with you, I don't really fucking care about what they're talking about.
The whole point was to find out whether or not there are differences in religious leanings and what the minorities and majorities are in regard to religious affiliation. Here's what they found. White Christians, once predominant in the country's religious life, now comprise only 43% of the population.
Now, do me a favor, though. Throw Latino Christians in there and watch that number jump to about 75 or 80.
Just to give you an example of what that population used to be like, 4 decades ago, about 8 in 10 Americans were white Christians.
Wow, that is half.
Those were the days when everyone was dressing in their Sunday best and going off to church on Sunday and, you know, not creating fucking fake daycares to the tune of about $1 billion a year in one state, ripping us off. My Lost Interest says, nice jugs. Yeah, I think that's the message they were trying to get across with that clip they sent in. I don't think they really gave a shit about the white Christian statistics. I think they were trying to tell me, Aaron, get a look at the fun bags on that hose hound. Or as Scousko says, nice milkers. Motorboat time. This is all very professional. This is all very gentlemanly. Chevy fan says, no, nice jugs was for you, Aaron. Oh, thank you. I missed a compliment for myself.
What is the major problem, do you think?
Too much hormones.
Thank you. Mountain Jews says, my mom used to dress me in three-piece suits going to grade school, and I used to always get my ass kicked. That sucks, though, because, like, your mom technically is doing the right thing, but you are going to get called a fag, and you are going to get your ass kicked for that. Which sucks, because she's trying to make you, like, a model citizen and a good boy and, like, look better and basically, as the kids say, mog all your classmates. Unfortunately, when you're 9, you just go, fuck you, dude. You're gay. I just tell you, all the kids at school just tell you you're a homo and then beat the shit out of you. But that's parents, though, man. Like, it's like when you become a parent, you forget what school was like. And so you just tell your kids, like, oh, no, you'll go to school dressed in a suit, and all the girls will think you're cute, and all the guys will be like, wow, he's well-dressed. And as soon as you get to school, you go, got any lunch money, you queer? Just beat this. Although lunch money's a thing of the past, too, isn't it? Didn't after COVID, Minnesota go to, like, all free lunch except for, like, the a la carte stuff? I don't think kids pay for lunch anymore. I know this because I used to pay for my kids' lunch. And I don't think my ex-wife just all of a sudden started paying. I don't think she all of a sudden started footing the bill for it. So I think after COVID here in Minnesota, they gave you the free lunches. Crunchy gifting 10 memberships. Wow, over on YouTube. Thank you, Crunchy.
Let's fuck.
Crunchy being incredibly generous on the evening show once again. Thank you so much. By the way, YouTube is membership mogging the shit out of Rumble, but it does have you guys in the double digits tonight away from that goal. Thank you very, very much. And again, Crunchy dropping the nice 10 memberships on the toe. Look at all those people getting memberships now. Crunchy says that was for Aaron's Milkers. Aw, thank you. 10 more on Rumble and we're looking great. Huh? But yeah. I did say 10 memberships in the next 10 minutes. I didn't specify a platform, did I? Well, let's see if Rumble can match it. Why not? School lunches, Von Kaiser says, another scam. I mean, got to pay for them somehow, right? Got to pay for them somehow. Somebody sent this one in. This was sent in by Das Optic Nerve. Says, did someone say music? This was made by Optic Nerve 1 year ago. It's called Mr. Eyes. All right. The fuck is this? Is that Anthony Cumia taking pictures of blacks in Times Square? It's just dressed in a creep hat and staring at people. And that's the black guys throwing him around once they catch him.
Refer to me as Speedo, but my real name is Mr. Eyes.
One's in the chat if you feel like Das Optic Nerve owes 10 Rumble memberships for this.
Mr. Eyes.
What the fuck is going on here?
Refer to me
I'm waiting for something to happen. Nothing happened.
Wanna fuck?
Oh.
Let's fuck!
Sorry, it's Karmic Day. The girls never came. The girls never came. They got a lot of ones in the chat. They're saying that Das Optic Nerve definitely owes us 10 memberships. Oh, wait, Das Optic Nerve is even saying that he owes 10 memberships. That makes me feel like the memberships aren't coming. OG Anonymous Fake Dono with $10. Thank you very much over on Venmo. Says, I used to give my lunch money to Vian to watch her and Heather touch tongues on the school bus when I was in the 5th grade. Can't really get away from that one, can I? Main Vein with $20 says, oh yeah, Crunchy makes the show better. The Crunchy fan club is out tonight.
Wanna fuck? Let's fuck!
There you go. People saying that Mr. Eyes is a Mossad agent. All right, guys, a red boy brings us home. A red boy puts us over. Thank you guys very much for your contributions tonight. Keep going. You're almost there. 3 more of those 5 gifted memberships on Rumble, and we're all the way home. Thank you guys very much. All right, that was Mr. Eyes. What a weird show we're doing tonight. I love it. I love this. Gray Duckling, you know what? Since both you and Dinkelman are here tonight, have you both gotten your packages that I sent you? I sent them like early last week, so if they're not there by now, I'm a little worried. Mikey Two Milk says gifted 1 million memberships. I'm pretty sure that's not how any of this works. I don't think you can just write gifted 1 million memberships. We'll see. We'll see if it shows up, and then I'll give you credit. And then if 1 million memberships were gifted, I won't do goals for a while. Von Kaiser gifting a membership. Thank you very much. We're only 22 Rumble memberships away from 600 now. Thank you guys so much. 22 away from going until 9 o'clock tonight. Dinkelman says, yes, sir, he did get it. Root says Aaron still owes me a hoodie. Well, I'm sorry. Send me your address and I'll send it tomorrow. I'm all caught up on merch. I have no merch to send out. Streamlabs sends it out on its own, so I'm all set. You send me your shit and I can have it sent out to you. Rust Belt says, hey, it works for Kiki Bucks. Oh, well, shit. I should switch my currency over to Kiki Bucks. Gray Duckling says, fuck yeah, I did. Okay, good. So you both got it. Phil, oh, wait, I like doing this for people. Phil Her Slit says, check Venmo. Hold on, guys. I got to check Venmo real quick. Phil Her Slit says I don't have a notification. It's been sending notifications tonight for Venmos. It must be broken. I'm sorry. Let me see. Hey, wait a minute, Phil Her Slit. There's nothing in there. Oh, I oughta. Thank you to this big bitch for 10 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. Hey. And now, with those 10 gifted memberships, we're only $20 away from tonight. Is the evening show doing this shit without a rally segment again? You guys are mogging the shit out of the morning show once again. 11 memberships now. 11 memberships away from 600 and going until 9. I'm doing math in my head. Historically White says, hey, wait a minute, Aaron, did you check PayPal? Well, that's interesting, Historically White, because I don't see a notification for PayPal, so I really don't think there's any reason why I should check it. It's, but I'll check it for you. Hey, there's nothing there. You tricked me again, you bastards. All right, you guys want to watch a great reason why women shouldn't be allowed to be pastors, and why, no offense, my church, the Catholic Church, Christ Church, does it the right way? This is a Unitarian church. I believe that's what it's called. It's called the United Church in Walpole. Walpole is in Massachusetts, if I'm not incorrect. Walpole has one of the most infamous penitentiaries in America. It's housed some of the most hardened criminals on the East Coast. Is Walpole Penitentiary in Massachusetts. This is Reverend Anna Flowers of the United Church in Walpole. She says, again, the Unitarians are considered Christian, but even Protestants kind of disown these fucking psychos. This Anna Flowers is going to tell us that whole you have to believe in Jesus Christ to go to heaven thing, totally overrated, completely metaphorical, absolute bullshit. All right, guys, who's ready for Monday Night Blasphemy, huh? Let's get this thing going.
I am the way and the truth and the life. And here's the kicker. No one comes to the Father except through me.
Seems pretty cut and dry, right? That's what Jesus Christ taught us. Is that I am the light and the way. Nobody gets to the Father but through me. You have to accept Jesus Christ to get to heaven. And boy, these Unitarians, they always fucking look like this, by the way. It's always... You know what? This is worse. I'm going to say this. I don't give the non-denominationals a lot of credit ever, which I consider them evangelicals, but whatever. They're not as bad as the Unitarians. I mean, you want to talk about Christian in name only, Unitarians are pushing it.
Now, for centuries, for millennia, Christians have used those words as a proof text to do all kinds of awful things in the world.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing the Unitarian Church does. Just constantly shits on Christianity. They do. They just completely shit all over it. You see, nobody comes to the Father through me. Forget the billions of people whose souls have been saved by those very words and their place in heaven stamped for them because of those very words. Just think about the times that people have done terrible things because of it. That's what we need to focus on, you guilt-ridden fuckers.
Punish people for not being Christian or not being their version of Christian, to punish or condemn people for all kinds of beautiful diversity that we see in the world, not to bless the world, but to condemn it, all kinds.
I'm sorry, but if you don't accept Jesus Christ as divine and your Savior, Unitarians are maddening. Because they're like, what, are we just going to not let them in? Yeah, that's kind of the what. Bro, he got walked through town, up a mountain, getting the living dog shit beaten out of him beforehand. Right, to the point where his ribs were exposed. He got the fuck beat out of him. And then they made him drag a big-ass cross up a mountain. And then they nailed him to that cross once they got on the mountain and hung him up there until he died. And you know what he did that for? Sin. Because the wage you pay for sin is your death. You die. You're done. You're finished. That's it. He said, I'll take this ass whooping. With God the Father, with God inside of me, taking human form in his son Jesus Christ, I will take this ass whooping for the human race and for sin. All I'm asking is that you don't get to enjoy my Father's kingdom in paradise unless you go through me and believe in me. And here these Unitarians are like, oh, it's so terrible. We ostracize people for not believing him. It's the least you can do. At Mass this past Sunday, it would. I believe we read from the first letter from St. Peter, and we also read from the book of Acts, the Acts of the Apostles. And it taught in there the Catholic edict that it's not just enough to believe. Christ even taught us it has to be in your acts. It has to be in the way you are to others and all of this. Dude, you Protestants, all you guys say is you just got to believe in Jesus. And these fucking Unitarians can't even accept that.
Of awful things have come from those little words. Now, here's the thing. Before we even dive in, we have to get one thing straight. Jesus did not come into this world to preach and to teach a my way or the highway kind of religion.
That's 1,000 fucking % what he did. And he was murdered for it and brutally beaten. He did not do that so that 2,000 years later, some lady, which I don't think he would be that big of a fan of, would stand up there and go, guys, he didn't mean it. What? Jesus didn't teach a my way or the highway. Yes, he did. That was his whole point. It's like Shawshank Redemption isn't about Andy Dufresne wanting to get out of prison. It's what the entire fucking movie is building to.
Of religion? Absolutely not. And in every other one of the Gospels, people come to Jesus and they ask him point blank, "Teacher, what must I do to inherit eternal life?" And in the Gospel of Mark, Jesus' answer is this: follow the 10 commandments, love God, be an ethical person, do the right thing.
Also, with the whole nobody gets to the Father but through me thing. On top of that, by the way, you just explained Catholic doctrine. Follow Jesus Christ, accept him as your Savior, follow the Gospels. That's number one. But then do good things. Preach the word of the Lord, all of this stuff. Oh my God. Not making a strong case for female pastors here.
The person who's asking, how do I inherit eternal life, follows up and says, well, who is my neighbor? And he says, the person who is on the way to eternal life, the person who has got it, who loves God and loves their neighbor, it can even be a Samaritan, somebody who is not of our religion, not of our tribe, not of our ethnicity, and worships God in a completely different way. That person can inherit eternal life.
Blasphemy! 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 I just feel like that scene in Kingdom of Heaven. Holy shit, no pun intended. How can this be your take?
So again, to make a claim that Jesus in the gospel...
I mean, honestly, if you're right, then everyone should just get up and leave your church right now. All right, nice knowing you. I'm going to go fuck off and do heroin, I guess.
Of John is now preaching and teaching this radically different message that you have to follow God in a certain way. You have to say the Jesus prayer just like this. You have to be part of our tribe, or you have to be part of our faith, or you have to claim Jesus as your Lord and Savior, or you won't get into the kingdom of heaven.
He who believes in me shall not walk in darkness, but have eternal light. Believing in him was a prerequisite. I'm sorry.
Makes no sense when you look at it in light of this consistent character of Jesus. Jump into my hands.
These fucking Unitarians are like, Jesus was just a pal. Jesus was just a good guy. Jesus was just a really cool camp counselor who wanted us to be nice to people. Get the fuck out of here. Leave before I flip all the tables in this motherfucker.
Jesus is saying, look into my eyes. I am the way into this pool.
Yeah.
And we as Christians get to jump, get to leap, not because it is an exclusive experience.
No, it doesn't have to be exclusive, but that's kind of up to the individual.
But because it's authentic.
Like, you're going to get to heaven and you didn't believe that Christ was our Savior. And he's like, that's fine. I was just fucking around anyway. Come on in, you queer. No.
Authentic. Because it is true alongside other truths in the world. And so this is my heart and my hope for you.
Yeah.
That when you encounter this scripture, and maybe you'll encounter some Christians who think very differently about it.
Like real ones, like real. Every time I watch one of these people, I'm like, I made the right choice.
You'll be able to explain to them and help them understand that anytime you're talking about the Gospel of John, And especially anytime you're talking about a conversation with Thomas, Jesus is not to be taken literally, but metaphysically.
Yeah, again, he didn't mean it. What are you talking? Blasphemy! Blasphemy! Oh, my God. You know what, you guys? I'm accepting apologies. You Catholics are so behind the time, not letting women lead mass. Well, by week 3, we'd be doing Islam by accident. By the way, Islam by accident is the name of my autobiography. It's going to be a fucking hoot. Oh my God, this big bitch with another 10 gifted memberships. Hot shit. Thank you very much. Well, guys, that is a win for the toe. It also means we're only 120 short from yesterday. Oh my God. No pun intended. Someone says, was that Melanie Mack? No, I don't think that pastor married a gay guy twice. Dude, Melanie Mack married a gay dude again. How the fuck does that work? Thank you, this big bitch, for the 20 gifted memberships tonight. Holy shit. Where does that put us? That puts us one membership away from 500, from 600. Anna Wall says, that's not even a church. They do witchcraft. I don't know that much about Unitarians other than that lady's insane. By the way, knocked out the goal tonight. Thank you very much. Von Kaiser says, I was in Walpole. I don't know you. Rusty Grammer says, Pope is Antichrist. No, it's not. It's the Papa. It's the Bishop of Rome. People have this weird thing. People just don't understand Catholicism or the Pope. They're like, oh, what? The Pope is a god on earth. It's against Christ's teachings. No, he's not. The Pope is St. Peter. That's all the Pope is. St. Peter was not a god on earth or anything like that. He was the first bishop of Rome. The Pope is the head of the church and the Bishop of Rome. It's called apostolic succession. We are all apostles to Christ. And Leo, in this instance, is in that line of apostolic succession from St. Peter. He's not a walking God. He's not this demigod or anything like that. It's literally just the concept of apostolic succession. However, you saying the Pope is the Antichrist, there is a thread of Catholic teaching that bears that out. One day, the Pope may be the Antichrist because the Antichrist will come to the temple. Now, the Jewish temple will never be rebuilt. This is a misreading of Scripture. The Catholic Church teaches us that the Jews forfeited their claim as God's chosen people when they denied Christ's divinity. They did not. You cannot reject Christ's divinity and still be God's chosen people. So the Catholic and Apostolic Church are God's chosen people. The Vatican, therefore, and the Catholic Church being the temple, unfortunately, I believe this, unfortunately, as much as I love Catholicism and I love my Catholic faith and it's very fulfilling, I love going to Mass every Sunday, I do believe that when the Antichrist arrives, he will arrive from within the church. If you believe that the Antichrist will come through the temple, the Antichrist will probably show up through the Catholic Church. So that's why Catholics are always very wary of what they call an anti-pope, which is a false pope, because they're worried that that could be the Antichrist. John the 23rd was a very, very famous anti-pope. He was installed by one of the kings of Europe. It was a political deal. It was not elected through the College of the Cardinals, and he may have been trying to square his soul for the afterlife. He finally admitted, I'm an anti-pope. I was installed here. I was not selected by God, whatever. So that is a possibility that the Antichrist comes through the church. Thank you very much to Main Vein for $1. Says this chick is going to be surprised when she comes to after dying and sees where she ended up. Right? Oh my God, you're not kidding. $5 from Main Vein says this is the reason that God forbid women from teaching the gospel. I think you're right, dude. I think you're right. This bitch is crazy. Holy S. Burn that witch, says Dinkelman. Scouse Ghost, can you send that link spaced out properly? We can't click on it the way you sent it. There it is. Thank you very much. I'm behind in the chat. I apologize. My Lost Interest says, women ministers put me to sleep the quickest in the church. My youngest came with me to Mass. I make it a point not to force my kids to go to Mass because I don't want them to reject it and not understand it and all that. So they have a choice on Sundays if they want to go with me. There was a parish breakfast after Mass or going on during Mass this Sunday. So my youngest daughter, she wanted to go. And it was so adorable and it was just so heartwarming. And I'm sure you'll call me gay. But she had the Gather book open and I showed her where today's Mass was that had all the readings in it, fifth Sunday of Easter and all that. And she followed along and she's picking up her hymnal and she's looking at the songs that are going and everything. She's not singing or anything, but she's reading along with everything. And it was so nice. And I didn't push after that. I wasn't like, do you want to go to religion classes? Do you want to get baptized? Do you want to do this? I'm just kind of like, as she does this, I'll kind of guide her. I'll go, okay, now they're going to do this. And I'll explain to her what they're doing. But the fact that she's taking an interest is just so cool. I got to explain to her. She's like, Dad, why do you love Catholicism so much? And I said, well, I love Catholicism because we believe that as we enter the church, Christ is there bodily. His body is in the church already. The consecrated hosts that are not used are stored in the tabernacle. And once blessed by a priest, those become the literal body of Christ. And the wine becomes the literal blood of Christ. And so as you enter and we genuflect, we kneel before we go into the pews in front of Christ on the cross, but also we're genuflecting to the tabernacle and the literal body of Christ that is present with us in the Mass. If the hosts are in the tabernacle, we're constantly in his presence bodily, and that's amazing to me. It's crazy. And so I got to explain that to her. I don't think she fully got it, but it's also May, which is the month of Mary. So there was a little thing after Mass where she got to take a flower. We each took a flower. You put it in the little thing, and there's a statue of Mary there, and they sing a song, say a prayer, whatever. It was really cool. Main Vein with $1 says, this woman, I'm behind. $1 from Main Vein. He says, this is fucking wild, right? Dan Vicious with $1 says, burn the witch. Roots Calhoun says, I bet her potato salad sucks. Yeah, right? Filler Slit says, Aaron, you should be a pastor for a Sunday stream. Pastors are always in the top 10 supercharged. I'm not qualified, I'm not qualified, in my opinion. This big bitch says, women should not be clergy. Good women run strong households and raise strong men and women. Get off my side. This is why I hate Catholics. A good Baptist woman would never. Catholic, we don't let women be, they're nuns. Root says, I can deal with grapes and raisins and chicken salad if there's some kind of pepper. I love that now we've gotten onto this woman's blasphemy. We're now on to chicken salads. You know what I've learned? You know what I've learned about chicken salad? I've learned you can't turn chicken shit into chicken salad. Dinkelman says, that is the exact point of Catholicism. This bitch is dumb as shit. Debs Bennett says, oh my God, make it stop. Wow, I was worried I'd lose people with that segment, but people were mad. Das Optic Nerve says, you know who didn't beg? Yep. Jesus. Well, guess what? I'm not begging tonight either. We've already won. And you guys are only 110 away from this morning. You guys have done great. Thank you. Roots Calhoun says, God, I hate women. Aaron, take me to the bathhouse. It's just Roots with his head down and my hand on his shoulder going, all right, buddies, we walk into the steam room and the credits roll because nobody wants to see the rest of this shit. Das Optic Nerve says, did Jesus hit the goal? Yeah, but in a lot more brutal fashion than we have to. Dis Big Bitch with $2 says, wearing a sash is Catholic coded. You guys did this. No respect. Oh, so now it's our fault for sashes. Roots Calhoun says, fagifying Jesus is so fucked. I do hate that about some forms of Protestantism, where they're like, like the Buddy Christ from Dogma. They're like, oh, he was just a cool, hip guy. It's like, no, he meant his shit. Like, he was on point and on message. Like, he was not like, guys, I say this, but, just kind of be cool. It's like, no, you're going to listen to me and you're going to pay attention. You're going to call me teacher and master. My Lost Interest says her voice is both soothing and annoying. I'm taking forever to get caught up with this. Scousko says, take me to the bathhouse and wash me down. Thank you. Rob says, excuse me, miss, can you follow me outside? I want you to pick your favorite tree. Why? Just the hell of it. God, people are really not okay with this lady. And now we're talking about tuna salad in the chat. Main Vein with $1. We did that one. Mountain Jews says 1 sub from 9 p.m. Yeah, we are. We're 1 membership away from... On a Wall gifting a membership. Thank you very much. I believe that's it. Brian says, not going to lie, the artwork in the Vatican looks very demonic and not of God. What are your thoughts on the art in the Vatican? I'll be honest with you, I'd have to look more into it. As I understand it, it was acquired over time and not like they just didn't like commission all at once these demonic. I don't know. I'd have to look into it. Now this big bitch is talking shit about hobo chili recipe. He's not going to win that one. This big bitch with $1 says, I'm hobo, doofter. I said bullet potato salad, der. Oh my God, that's a really good hobo chili recipe impression. That's pretty good. This big bitch says, go choke your tiny wiener until you squelch, hobo. And then hobo actually said something funny. He goes, my wiener is not tiny. It's just all foreskin. Fuck, that's gross. That is really disgusting. MSO says only 20 left. Did Crunchy come by? Oh, we're way past that. We're only 110 away from this morning. We made up for this morning already. Some bitch. Hobo says grapes in your goddamn chicken salad isn't a fucking abomination. Wow, we are really. I didn't realize as I get closer to getting caught up with the chat. I have a policy on the show. When the audience is this generous and we've gone over by like $50 like we have tonight, I spend a lot of time in the chat. Probably too much time. If you're mad about it, please let me know. But I like to live in the chat a little bit when they're this generous. I put raisins or craisins in my chicken salad. Oh God, there's going to be a holy war. People were really mad at this lady, and now they're going to be mad about the chicken salad argument. By the way, Hobo correcting, he says raisins in chicken salad is an abomination, not is not. Pineapple in the chicken salad, just like Jason's Deli, says On a Wall. Wow, there we go. Hobo says, wait, that's Crunchy. Go die behind a methadone clinic, you skank. Well, that's not. Just went right back to the death thing. Main Vein says, Aaron, I think it's really good you are rediscovering your faith. I got to say, though, when you start talking tabernacle, I feel like I'm hearing someone talking about voodoo, and I went to Catholic school. Well, what do you call it? That's what it's called. Do you want me to say French? You want to say tabernacle? I can't. I'm a fucking white boy from the Midwest. Hold on a second. Yeah. I mean, okay, you can call it a ciborium. That's not what I learned. I learned the tabernacle. That's what I learned as a boy, and that's what always stuck with me. I'm trying to catch up with you guys in the chat, but you are laying it on thick tonight. I haven't even gotten to the YouTube people. I have no idea what the fuck they're doing. Main Vein with $1. I just did that one. I just didn't bring it up. All right, let me confirm that we're at 600 memberships. We're going off my count right now. Let me just confirm it. And well, this says 575. We know that's not true because it started at 570 and we've had at least 28. So that's a bunch of bullshit. I think Rumble's a little behind here on the count. By my count, we're at 600. So we're now 100 memberships away from 700. Thank you guys so much. Again, we're going till 9 o'clock now tonight. We're going until 9. And we're 110 away from this morning's miss. Thank you guys so much. All right, this got sent in by Scouse Ghost. He says, Aaron, tell me what you think about this. This is Ren, a song called Hi Ren. I have no idea what the fuck. It's a 9-minute song. It's creative. But, you know, the next thing on this, my suggested playlist here, I think this would be a good way to kind of cleanse our palate from that song. I think if we played something really, really good, I think that the audience would really appreciate it. Since this song was referenced earlier tonight, I think we should see how a real artist handles it. I'm so sorry, you guys.
Yeah, I don't know why I love it like I do.
I treat you so poorly.
Yeah, all the changes that you put.
And all you do is reward me with money. I'm sorry.
Take my money,
take my cigarettes. I just love his version of this song.
And I haven't seen the last of you yet.
I want to know.
I want to know.
Won't you tell me?
Will you stay?
Everybody, take me
to the river. Wash me in the water.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. I'll be editing a lot tonight. That's what I'll be doing. I'll be editing. Oh, shit. Renee Leering Center for Driving said the Episcopal Church is just as wacky as the Unitarians. Are they? I just... Gay as fuck. I fucking hate you so much. I figured that was all on its way. $5 once again from this big bitch. Says, poor hobo and his little foreskin weenie. If you close your eyes and listen close, you can still hear the sad whistle. That's fucking brutal. 105 from this morning's L. That's what we'll put in there as a placeholder. Thank you guys so much. Like I said, I was going to write off this morning's loss because you guys have been carrying us for so long. But, hey, thank you very much. You've been knocking that shit down. Great work, boys and girls. Oh, my. Hold on 1 second. I got to send off a text here. Oh, we got to see. So this is great. Check this out. I totally planned a sabotage of my kid's mom tonight. Check this out. She knows. I said it in front of her. My son's being tested. My son and I love watching the Timberwolves playoff games together. He was upset that the game was today and not yesterday or Saturday. He wanted it to be Saturday because he wants to watch it here with me. His mom's not a big Timberwolves fan, so he watches it by himself there. And I told him, well, me or Grandpa, we always watch the game with you. We both love the Timberwolves. So he asked me, he goes, Dad, when's game 1 against the Spurs? And I said, it's Monday, buddy. And he goes, what time is it at? And I said, it's at 8:30. Says, oh, if it's at 8:30, or no, I think, wait a minute. We might be at 9:30. I might have that wrong. Timberwolves game. 8:30. Okay, I was right. It's 8:30. So I told him, buddy, the game's at 8:30. And he said, oh, shoot, I'm only going to be allowed to watch a little bit of it because I got to go to school in the morning. I said, well, bud, my dad, when it was playoffs, I could always, cheat a little bit and stay up a little bit later, watch the game. And I said, I said, do you a favor. Does mom have a TV in your room like you have here? And he goes, yeah. I said, is it a smart TV? He says, yeah. I go, get the ESPN app. Call me from, he doesn't have his own phone. I said, call me from your sister's phone. My oldest has a phone. Mom and dad were not included in that decision. That was a grandma and grandpa Imholt spoiling move. The grandparents went over mom and dad's head on that one. But I said, get the ESPN app, call me from your sister's phone. I'll give you my login and my password. You can watch the game in your room and you can watch the whole thing. And we're going to see at around 8:15, 8:20, if he calls. I'm going to take a little bit of a break here and I'll see. Hold on one second. Is Lewis? There we go. All right. Perfect. All right. Let's go back into the chat. I'm sorry, guys. Main Vein with $1 says, fuck you, Aaron, and your obsession with this faggot. Dude, Eric Church, my love of Eric Church. There might not be a more universally hated aspect of this program. It's amazing how it has like a 0% approval rating. Satan's Mechanic says, did you tell your son the herpes story? Ow, wait. My kids overheard me one time telling, I can't remember who I was talking to. And I told them, I'm like, oh man, I got a herp lip. And my kids have always thought I said hurt lip. So whenever I might have one on my lip there, the kids will say, oh, Dad, you've got a hurt lip. I'm like, yeah, that's what it is. It's a hurt lip. That's the problem. Hooters Girl says, Aaron, I found your next wife. I have my next wife already. Thank you very much. I don't need to find a next wife. Oh, hates cops, nice core, Bible thumper, and probably on drugs. I get it. People saying, I hope Eric Church dies next. Oh, my God. Roots says, I put my daughter up on Game when Terrifier 2 came out. Gave her the F Movies link and watched it with her. Her mom wanted to fucking kill me. I didn't think it was right to go behind his mom's back. So I did say right out in front of him, or in front of her when I dropped them off last night. I did say, now, buddy, if you want to watch the Timberwolves game behind mom's back, just call me from your sister's phone and I'll set up the ESPN app on your TV. I figure that way it's fine. We're still planning some clandestine shit, but, we're being very open about it. Oh, man. I went to the YouTube chat to get a little break from the abuse I was taking over the Eric Church thing, and it's just other people giving me abuse over the Eric Church thing. Hit like, make sure you hit thumbs up tonight. It's been a great show. I've been really happy with it. You guys are the best. Make sure you're hitting thumbs up, and let's call it a win for the toe. All right. We had one more pastor story today. Don't worry. It's a gay guy. A pastor in the UK who had single-handedly popularized the idea that same-sex attraction is not a sin. Now, that's an interesting thing for a pastor to say, right? Same-sex attraction, that's not a sin. Now, the Bible would disagree in the Old and the New Testament, whether you're talking about Leviticus, Deuteronomy, or you're going to Romans. You can go to Romans and you can find that, the gay stuff is very sinful. This pastor has convinced his flock that same-sex attraction is not a sin. Wouldn't you know it, that guy has now had to resign from his church because he's been fucking a dude. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that little fucker. Great move, buddy. Apparently, Grandma and Grandpa already hooked him up. That kid. Oh, that kid. I didn't know that you could watch the game on Peacock, though. Oh, shit. I forgot to go up on the roof today and get their black doll down from the roof. Oh, son of a... I knew all day. Dude, I got home from the gym and I was like, I'm forgetting something. I had that feeling like I'm forgetting something today because I've got too much free time on my hands. Usually I do a show, I do some clipping, I go to the gym, I come back, I get a little prep work done, and then it's basically set up the stream, maybe catch a quick 15, 20-minute nap, shower, and do the show. I had way more time today, and I couldn't figure out what. I was supposed to go up on the roof today, and I'll do it tomorrow. It's nice out. I was supposed to go up on the roof today and get the black baby that my son threw up there. So my kids went to a garage sale this week. They love garage sailing. So I put their ass to work in the summer. Man, I get so much yard cleaning done and so much house cleaning done because they want to go to garage sales and spend money. So I'm like, you guys do this, that, and the other. You can have $10 each. You can go to the garage sale. So they went to the garage sale, and in the free bin, they found this little like 4 or 5 inch high black baby. And they took the dress. Now it's a naked black baby, and they called him Brock. One of the kids says, "Oh, he looks like Barack Obama," and instead they started calling him Brock, and he became like the official family mascot. Like me, the kids, and SP were all playing hot potato with Brock on Saturday night, the whole deal. Well, then the kids started painting him. My oldest said, "I'm going to give Brock a teardrop tattoo." And I'm like, that's completely fucking racist. So she felt bad that I said that seemed kind of racist. So she went and got a white Barbie and put a teardrop tattoo on the white Barbie. So then, well, my youngest and I are at Mass. I leave my phone in the car. I don't bring it into the church with me. And after breakfast, we go out to the car. I look at my phone, and I get 2 text messages from my daughter. One of them is a picture of Brock. They've put gold Sharpie tattoos all over the black baby Brock. And then the next text message says, Lewis went out on the deck, and he accidentally threw Brock on the roof. Literally these kids. Now he's not supposed to leave the house when I'm gone. They're old enough to stay home alone now. If the oldest is home, but they're not allowed to leave the house. So the fact that he said, "Well, I thought if I was out on the deck, that was still in the house." I said, no. But he like tried to throw Brock, the black baby, somewhere, and he ended up accidentally throwing it up on the roof, and he's pretty sure it went into the gutter. The problem is it's like the highest point on the roof. So now I got to get on the ladder. I got to go up on, you got the shorter roof that's connected to the deck. I go up to that one, and then I got to go up to the peak of that part of the roof, and then I got to pull myself up onto the next level of the roof, and then come down that steep end of the roof, get Brock, climb back up the roof, come back down onto the shorter roof, and then down the ladder again. So basically, I'm going to be killing myself tomorrow. I'm going to die after the morning show tomorrow. Hobo will get his wish. All to fetch a little black painted baby off the roof. So, not yet. I will tomorrow. Oops. I knew I was forgetting something today. And it's the black baby. Sandy Squatch says, Aaron, it was windy today. It could have been ugly. Oh, you know what? That could be my excuse. She just texted me back. She goes, bruh. I'm going to say it was too windy. Oh, no. Oh, no. What a manipulative kid. She writes, bruh, I'm trusting you. And I wrote, it was too windy. She wrote in all caps, my baby. Well, you know what? Don't throw your baby on the roof. all three of you were babies, and I never threw you on the roof. $1 from Redbird says 60 Minutes is running a story about how white nationalists, militias, and conspiracy theorists are flooding the aftermath of natural disasters to help is actually evil. Could be something fun for tomorrow. Yes, I do want that. I saw that earlier today. Could you send a link in the free chat? And I'll put that in the offing for tomorrow. Satan's Mechanic says, who throws a black doll on the roof? Burn it. No, we're not burning my kid's black doll. It's their new mascot. Mountain Jews says, what does the Jamaican Bible say about that? It says, Wagwan is a rose-colored bombaclat who throws the black baby boy on the roof. I believe that's what it says. Sam Show says, Aaron, cucked by Gramps. Yep, I was cucked by Gramps. That's for sure. Why didn't you fall? Sam Show says, at least your son is more based than you. No, it was my daughter. No, my daughter, my oldest, is the one who got Brock and named him Brock and the whole deal. Yeah. That was her idea. MSO says, guaranteed he sends SP up on the roof. I'm going up on the roof, okay? I forgot. Von Kaiser says, you're making this up, right? Nope. I'm not. Hobo says, thank God Crunchy passed out from her alcohol abuse. Now we can have fun. I don't think she did. By the way, next person to throw in a red boy, that puts us perfect for the week. Or 20 combined memberships. Gordy's going to sodomize that doll, guaranteed. Bro, have I ever showed you guys Gordy's fuck toy? There's a stuffed dog that for some reason, it's the only thing Gordy fucks. And it's uncomfortable. And he only does it when he has an audience. So we'll be sitting there playing a game, doing something as a family. It'll be me, the kids, SP, everyone will be there. And we'll be doing something. And Gordy will grab his fuck dog out of his little toy basket. He'll pull at it with his teeth. He'll pull it out, get it on the ground. And guys, I don't know if I should film it for you or not and show it on the show, but like the way he humps this dog so hard that he like headbutts the ground. He mounts it and he just starts thunder fucking this stuffed animal. And it's got those beans in it, so it makes that crunching noise when he humps it. And he fucks it so hard that his head is like pushed into the carpet and he's like just fucking, it's gross. And then his slimy like dog slug dick is like hanging to the ground. But it's a really disgusting sight of Gordy that nobody should ever see. It's so gross. So gross. I don't know if I've ever told you that before. I don't know if I've ever informed you guys of that or shown you his fuck dog, but he has a fuck dog. It's true. Skousko says Brock is now the Persian king from This Is Sparta. Just get your hose out and spray it off the roof. I would, but I don't know where it is. We don't know where it's located. Rob says, in local news, a man was found dead with a black baby in his hand from a fall. Slingblade says, stream it. If by the end of tomorrow morning's show we're back to perfect, I will stream me fetching Brock from the roof. Another black causing trouble, says MSO. Taste Fairy says, it's your daughter's black baby. That's Mountain Jew says, even black babies' dolls don't have daddies. Oh, man. Sam Show says, dude, imagine that scene, though. This white family is just throwing around this black baby doll. It's true. That does look bad. Redbird with $1 says, everyone in your audience with a real job just had an estrogen spike listening to you wail about this. I'm sorry. $1 from Redbird says, do you want the full hour or the 5-minute segment? 5-minute segment, please. That's more manageable. Thank you so much for doing that. Silverwolf with $1 says, please don't film it. You went to jail for a picture. Imagine what you'd get for a video. Oh, man. Scouse Ghost with a great point. Just call the police for a breaking and entering. Yeah, I'll tell them a black man is on my roof, and they'll go up and get it. There you go. Mountain Jew says Aaron's going to have some black relatives soon. It's a doll. It's a doll. Oh, Rob says, Aaron, did you try offering it watermelon to see if it would come down on its own? That's not a terrible idea. Papa Shop says, bite the curb, Brock. MSO says, is a noose out of the question? Dude, that'd be so fucked up. Like, I get it with a noose, and it's not malicious, but like I'm so excited that I got it down with the noose. Like, let's say it takes like 19 tries, and I'm just about to give up, and I throw it up there, and I pull it down, and I snare him. I snare Brock, and he's hanging from the noose, and I'm so happy that I'm in my backyard, and I'm just going, yes! Yes, I got him. I got him. And the neighbors look out their window, and it's just a guy yelling and celebrating with a black baby hanging from a string noose. That's not going to help any of the rumors. You know, I've listened to his show. I understand. Dude, I have such a mixed approval rating in my neighborhood. I have fans of my show in my neighborhood. In fact, one of my neighbors, who's a very good friend now, he came over once because he and another guy were talking to me about my show. And so they love it, and guy next door loves it. There's other people around here that love it. There's some people who I can tell cannot stand the fucking sight of me because of this show and everything surrounding it and all that other stuff. There's some people around here who they're polite about it, but you can tell which ones don't say hi. I would say the majority of people around here are very, very nice. I would say it's very unscientific, but 30 to 40% are fans of the show. 20% hate my guts, and then the other 40 to 50% do not know who the fuck I am, other than their neighbor. Redbird with $1. Thank you very much. We'll get to. Oh yeah, I need to put that in my list. Show is in the chat tonight, boys and girls, because you guys have got us $100 away from perfect and 100 memberships away from 700. So 100 away from this morning's L. MSO says Gordy fucks his stuffed animal. Johnny's cats fuck a stuffed animal. What the hell is going on in Minnesota? That's true. Hooters Girl says you haven't even dealt with that sink yet. How many months has that been? Different sink. I fixed that other sink a long time ago. Red Fox Mad says Aaron gets feeling swimmy headed while being up on the roof. Hobo, you've got that the other way around, by the way. Unfortunately for him. Root says I threw my kid off a roof right into a pool. I was tuck pointing a chimney, and she kept climbing back up the ladder for me to toss her again. She was like 5. It'd be kind of fun. Why are you sitting there watching Gordy fuck his toy, you perv? That's not what I'm doing. He just does it in front of people. That's all. Gordy's the pervert here, not me. I'm a reformed pervert. Ablo Pacheco says one sees a black doll on the roof as tragic. Others see a potential prison break. All right. We're catching up in the chat here. Redbird, thank you for that segment. I will use that tomorrow morning. I'm so far behind. You guys are so busy in the chat tonight. I mean, but this is what you're paying for. This is the show you want. I'm happy to bring it to you. Thank you very much to... Wait a minute. No, Crunchy gifted those 10 memberships a while ago. I was going to say there was another 10 memberships. 383 Novocaine becoming a member for 47 months. Says, Toe, you need to live stream you climbing on the roof to get a doll. 47 months. Dang. Well, like I said, if we're back to perfect by tonight or the end of tomorrow morning's show, then I will film myself going up on the roof And hold on, I'm just getting this in tomorrow's chat, or tomorrow's prep sheets, and film myself getting Brock down from the roof. I promise. Let's go. $1 from Redbird says, your sleeping bag and Gordy's toy, like owner, like dog. Thank you. Now everybody's going to be looking forward to me falling and dying tomorrow. So anyway, let's get back to this guy, Russell Moore. So we were talking about him a little bit ago. Holy shit, we've only got 30 minutes left. You guys are making this time fly by. This Russell Moore is a pastor in the UK who popularized the idea that same-sex attraction is not sin. He's now resigned from his church because he's been butt-fucking dudes. Here, let's play a fun game. He's been discovered having relations with, quote, an adult man, so he's one of the rare monogamous ones. And why don't we... Now, we know the end of this story. We know that it ends with him cornholing and being cornholed. But let's see if we can listen to his preaching on same-sex attraction and see if there weren't signs, or if this was a guy who just seemed like he was Steven Seagal, Kurt Russell, and Jean-Claude Van Damme all wrapped up into one. And it's just completely surprising everyone that this man of God liked tearing up a man's anus. Let's take a look. This is Russell Moore.
Is same-sex attraction in and of itself sinful? I think this is a common question that comes up. If you could address that, that'd be great.
By the way, this is a question that only guilty gay people would ask. Yes, it's a sin. It's very clear that same-sex attraction is a sin. I would argue that lusting after someone in your mind while you're with someone else is a sin.
Thank you. So glad that you are able to engage with these topics. Thank you for submitting questions. And I say that having seen some of the questions, and they're hard. So I say thank you through gritted teeth with some of those. That first question is very, very significant. And it's sort of on topic for this evening, but certainly, as I was mentioning earlier, talking about same-sex attraction being part of my own journey, what I was meaning by that was, as a teenager, I became increasingly aware of romantic and sexual feelings towards other men.
So nobody saw this coming? Nobody was like, so why do you have to resign? Sounds like he was always a mo. I think the people who are at fault here are the people who go to that church who were surprised by this. Hey, we caught Pastor Moore fucking a dude. And yeah, he talked about how when he was a kid, he wanted to suck cock. Like, we've all known this. Like, none of this is a surprise to us.
Became a Christian then when I turned 18. And so then a significant part of my discipleship was, what does it mean to bring those experiences under the lordship of Jesus Christ? And obviously
yeah, you got to ditch it, bud. We can't be cornholing in the kingdom of heaven, all right? It's got to be a safe space.
Key part of that is honoring the teaching of Jesus about the godly and appropriate place for sex being within the covenant of a marriage between a man and a woman. So
Right, those are kind of the rules. They are very, very clear about that.
I knew I would have to say no to those desires in order to be a faithful follower of Jesus. Is same-sex attraction a sin? Sounds like it only requires a monosyllable to answer it. And I hate answers that always begin with, well, Webster's defines. But
By the way, anytime someone goes Webster's defines, that's a person who's trying to weasel word their way out of the answer they know to be true. That's what you're doing. So, yeah, no, you can't lust after cock in your head and then say you're not being... It's called impure thoughts.
You need to be very clear on what we mean by attraction. Some people use the word attraction to mean the capacity, what some people would call the orientation. Is it a sin to have the capacity to be attracted to people of the same sex? And I would say on that issue, I don't think it is a sin. All of us will experience certain forms of temptation.
No, we won't. No. Look, I am the butt, of many, many gay jokes on this program. but I have never once been tempted to be gay. And I have never had anything in my asshole or put anything in a man's asshole. I've never kissed a man. I've never made out with a man. I've never touched a man's dick. Yay, I'm a winner. But no, I've never. I know that there is a man out there who has very homosexual, homoerotic fantasies about me, and he needs them to get himself going. But I've never done anything, to weird April and Nick sexting each other about me. Yeah, that was not true. They made that up to get each other going, which is pretty fucking gay, I'll be honest with you. But no gay stuff. And so for this guy to go, oh, we've all had to fight gay urges. It's like, bro, sorry. Don't drag me in with your degeneracy.
Virtually all of us will experience certain forms of sexual temptation.
What?
We don't tend to choose the particular form temptation takes. What is our responsibility is how we respond to temptation. And the Bible is very clear that we need to flee sexual sin. So the Bible makes a distinction between temptation and sin. This
is just a gay guy wanting to butt fuck, trying to make it all right by God. This is what we call jumping through hoops.
The Lord's Prayer says, deliver me from temptation, but forgive me forgive us for our sins. So that the experience of...
It says, lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Anyway, go ahead.
Being tempted is not in and of itself a sin. It is
amazing how little, like that pastor lady we watched a little bit ago, it is amazing. Like, you and I are allowed to get shit wrong. Like, we're allowed to say the wrong thing. Like, oh, it says deliver us from temptation. No, okay, you and I are allowed to fuck up the words of the Our Father. That's totally fine. If you're a pastor and you have some sort of you're supposed to be some kind of a leader, that's not something you can fuck up. Another thing that makes Catholicism great is our priests they're educated as though they're fucking doctors. They go to college. They go to 4 years of seminary school. They got to spend 2 years being kind of a priest, but not totally a priest. Like, you're 8 years into this before you're allowed to lead a church. These guys, they snap their fingers and they go, all right, I'm going to make up some shit on Sunday and we're going to get together in an old movie theater. Did you know you can butt fuck and God will still love you? Pulling that one totally out of my keister.
However, a reflection of the fact that we have a fallen nature, that we're even tempted in these ways, is a sign that we're not the way we're meant to be. That we have the capacity to be tempted, in that sense, is a sign that we're fallen. The temptation itself is not a sin. If we indulge the feeling, even only within the privacy of our own minds, that is a sin.
All right.
Jesus says in Matthew 5 that if someone looks with lustful intent, he's committed sexual sin in his heart.
All right, so how about if we find out that our pastor was cornholing dudes on the side? Deal? That's probably bad. Statement from Emmanuel Church about Sam Alberry. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm sorry. This guy was not Russell Moore. He resigned from Russell Moore's church. His name is Sam Alberry. I apologize to Russell Moore, who apparently has not been slamming anus. They knew he was engaged in an inappropriate relationship with another man in 2022, didn't think it was disqualifying, and still decided to bring him on as pastor, but then later discovered new information about this relationship. Wait a minute. So he was doing the nasty with dudes before you brought him on as a pastor. You still decided to bring him on as a pastor and then eventually fired him for fucking a dude. I don't get it. Being made aware, the elders immediately began a thorough investigation. Here's your thorough investigation. You fucking dudes. Yeah, get out. After considering the information available at the time and the posture of Sam, which was on all fours, and the other party, the elders ruled that though Sam's conduct was unwise, it did not rise to the level of disqualification. However, in January of this year, the elders received new information about this relationship that had not been disclosed previously. One of them swallowed. This initiated a reopening of the investigation. Wow, you've opened this investigation more than they've opened each other. The findings of which led the elders to conclude that while the relationship did not go as far as it could have, third base, what would that be? Butt fingering, hand jobs? Sam's conduct constituted a serious breach of trust and a failure to walk in a manner worthy of the gospel. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of the scene in Wolf of Wall Street where the butler gets caught sucking guys off, and he looks up when Margot Robbie comes home, and he goes, "Oh, what the fuck? Oh, you guys." Like, all these guys knew this guy was fucking. They knew he was sucking. They knew he was doing all this stuff. And I think, like, the parishioners must have caught on. And then the elders go, "Oh, dude, that's so gay. What are you doing?" This is weird. So they knew about it. He was fine. They knew about it again. He was okay. But then he crossed some sort of a gay threshold. And now Sam Alberry has resigned from the church. God forgives, but your church doesn't forget all the time you took it in the pooper. My lost interest says, "I'm so confused now." Sam Alberry. Root says, I want a Ben Wallace Pistons jersey. What the fuck? Oh, did we miss with this one? I think we missed with this one. Oh, Satan's Mechanic says, "I missed that movie. Thank God." Yeah, no, that wasn't the only gay part in it. Rob says they were following prison fag rules, but then went too far. Yeah, I think that might be what happened. Holy shit, are the Knicks knocking it out of the park tonight? Oh my God, they're raping the 76ers. 76-53 in game one. Nice. Good work, boys and girls. Timberwolves score. We've started, haven't we? 8:42? Perhaps not. Oh, that's the thing about the NBA playoffs. They always start these games late. Are they waiting for the Knicks bloodletting to stop before we start? No, because they got 10 minutes left in the third quarter. Knicks are up 25. Oof, just call that shit, man. Call it. Taste Fairy Ialto says, did Danhausen uncurse the Knicks? Famously, yes. I believe Danhausen did uncurse the Knicks. And that's the only reason that they won their series. Danhausen, Knicks, curse. Yeah, so this
Vegas
was 2 weeks
had
ago.
a WrestleMania and...
Hey, how are you? I'm Danhausen. Nice to meet you. Very nice, very evil. Hello.
What is he doing here? What
What am I doing here?
Who the hell are you?
I'm saying hello. This is polite to say shake hands on TV. Hi, I am here to take over ESPN. It is now ESPN Hausen, hosted by Danhausen. We're on First Take. Hello, Stephen A. Smith. How are you?
I've heard about him.
Yeah, I'm very famous.
You know, you're a bad luck charm.
No.
Stand by me.
Hey, I'm a good luck charm.
Why are you up here?
Why am I up here? Well, I heard that you're a big New York Knicks fan.
Yes, yeah.
And, I could curse their enemies. However, you've been very, very, very rude to Danhausen. So, unfortunately, you are cursed. Stephen A. Smith.
Me?
Yeah, you.
What you trying?
So now that was interpreted as his New York Knicks were now cursed. Now, I heard that he reversed said curse. Hold on, let's see. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, very nice, very evil. WWE legend, WWE Hall of Famer, Slimy Award winner. This is for the New York Knicks. Interesting. From Jay Starhausen. Hello, it is Human Monies on behalf of all Knicks fans. Please don't let them get roped into Mr. Stephen A. Smith's curse. He can be mean, but the Knicks weren't. Please uncurse him and instead curse the Atlanta Hawks and future enemies. All right, Al, I guess I've been paid, so the New York Knicks, I guess you can be uncursed temporarily until I decide otherwise. A temporary truce of some sort. So they are uncursed for now, unless Stephen A. Smith makes me mad again. And I shall curse the Atlanta Hawks.
Oh my God. And then the day Danhausen uncurses the Knicks, they win 140-89 over the Hawks and win the series in 6 games. Unreal. So the Danhausen curse is still on Stephen A. Smith, but it's not on the Knicks. Okay. Dinkelman says, I love Danhausen. He's funny as shit. I asked my kids if I could go at Halloween this year as Danhausen, and they go, Dad, that would be so embarrassing. So I'm 1,000% going this Halloween as Danhausen. So I'm going to curse the shit out of everybody on Halloween. Dinkelman says, holy fuck, it is a block party. Wemby block, Rudy block. Dude, Wemby versus Rudy is going to be a lot of fun. The only problem is Rudy is so slow. I worry about that. I worry about Rudy's speed. Are they waiting for me to get off the air before we start? Nope, it's 2-2. All right, the game has begun. The game is afoot. Timberwolves and Spurs. I don't know if you guys heard this, and this might upset you, but McDonald's is eliminating the self-serve soda machines due to what they call changing consumer habits. By the way, Derek Bookman, very sorry to trigger you on YouTube. I'm sorry that we made a lot of money today. What are we at right now, viewership-wise? 223. He's pretending it's 55 for some reason. Oh, yeah. Steel Toe Derangement Syndrome. But thank you for the $2. This is our B show, and we're up near 300. Sorry, kid. I really do live in these people's heads rent-free just by existing. You'd think they'd learn at some point. But McDonald's is getting rid of the self-serving soda machines, and the reason is very simple. Everything's getting more expensive. The CEOs don't want to take a pay cut, and people keep getting water cups and filling them up with soda. Personally, maybe when I was a kid, I could go up to the soda machine and I could refill it once or twice. I don't know how anybody gets a soda refill at McDonald's ever. I actually think health-wise, this is a really good idea. I think it's awesome that they're going to get rid of the self-serving soda machines. You can have the one soda, like a small is that's a big soda. You know, the clear cups they have now? That small is a good size soda. The medium is way too much soda, and the large is diabetes. You'll be on Ozempic by the end of the week. But they're getting rid of them because, I mean, do we want to be specific? All right, black people are getting water cups and filling them with soda. That's what's happening. And it's, you know, they're calling it changing consumer habits, but what it really is that people are just stealing from McDonald's. And they're stealing so much that they've just said, all right, honestly, it's like we're little kids and we can't share our toys and we can't act right. So now McDonald's go, all right, that's enough. We're taking back the soda machines. Nope, you fucked around too much. We're taking them away. And again, I would love to believe that this is just because of inflation and everything else, but also there does seem to be a bit of a trend when it comes to the soda machines. And it does seem to be that people are taking the water cups. I mean, somebody just got shot at a Taco Bell over this. There was a Taco Bell incident where somebody ordered a water and they went to fill it up with soda, and the clerk got so pissed that he shot at them. He shot. I mean, I like that kind of enforcement. I like that kind of ride or die attitude in an employee. He was not fucking around. My Lost Interest says, I hate getting my own soda at McDonald's. It's usually a disgusting mess anyway. That's the other thing, is that you're also trusting sick people with all kinds of germs to like maintain a communal soda area. No, thank you. You can make my soda back there. You can give it to me. Now, I do have an announcement to make, and I'm very excited about this. Since Ash Wednesday, I have not consumed soda. I have not had a soda since Ash Wednesday. I don't crave it anymore. I don't need it. I don't want it. I don't desire it. When was Ash Wednesday this year? It was February something. 2026. It was February 18th. And where are we at now? May 4th. So 2 weeks from today, it will have been 3 months soda-free for me. Pretty good. Pretty excited about that. Sam Show says, you've been drinking other slop. I mean, Bubbler. Bubbler is way better for you than soda. Bubbler and Celsius. Is Bubbler comparable to soda? Yes, Bubbler is considered a comparable, healthier alternative to soda, offering similar carbonation and sweetness with zero sugar, natural flavors, and added caffeine. It acts as a functional antioxidant sparkling water rather than a traditional soda, providing a 69 milligram per can caffeine boost without the high calories or artificial sweeteners found in typical soft drinks. Yes, it's way better for you. Way better. So I've made an improvement and stuck to it. However, my lost interest says also it's way more gay. Yeah. I mean, if you want to ruin it for everybody, yeah, it's way more gay. I try not to focus on that part. But again, thank you. All right, we're almost done with our overtime today. I need to say thank you guys very, very much for your incredible generosity tonight. The evening show, fantastic again. I am so happy to give you this extra time. I am so happy. Aaron, you should drink Bubbly and Circle. That's way better options. What is that shit that I bought the other day on my way to SP's house? It was like a sour or caramel apple flavored fucking thing. It was a green can. It was a sparkling thing. It was really good, and I can't remember what it was called. By the way, Baba Shab says no Johnny tomorrow. No Johnny tomorrow. We're just trying it. We're going to see how it goes. When it's 2 weeks since you've hit on a Monday through Wednesday, I don't want to, I got to change something up just to see how it goes. Like I told Johnny today, it's not a reflection of your performance. I'm the host. It falls on me. But as the host and the guy who runs the show, I have to make changes when shit isn't working, right? So I said, my idea would be we bring on one more advertiser. They sponsor Oz specifically. And then we bring Oz on Tuesday, Thursday. Johnny does Monday, Wednesday. It breaks up the week a little bit. Maybe Johnny gets a little overexposed. Main Vein with $1 says, Moon ruin everything for everyone. Thank you. Alani, Rational Redhead says Alani. All right, let's see. Is that what it is? High quality nutritional supplements. No, I don't think that's it. I don't think it was Alani. Derek Bookman with $2. I've got this guy. This guy's my bitch. Why does Keanu get bigger live audiences than you? I don't know. I do 600 to 700 on the morning shows and 225 right now. So if that's more than me, she's kicking ass and doing great. Hey, Derek, I get bigger audiences than all of your favorite shows. Ooh, that one stings. That one's got to hurt, old Bookman. That's another guy who takes this shit way too seriously and is very easy to own. DB Granny says, yay, firing Johnny. No, I'm not firing Johnny. We're just giving it a break. It's like in basketball. Somebody goes on a run, you call a timeout. Bookman, I'm going to give you the last word, dude. You can get another one in. I know you can't help yourself. Come on. Don't chicken out now, bitch. Come on. That can't be your last. That was weak. You can do better than that. What is the green apple seltzer drink? That ain't it. Not green apple White Claw. Savani, could that be it? No, it ain't Savani. I want to, because then I'll show you guys that it's not gay. Green apple caffeine drink. That ain't it. It's not Zoa. It's not an energy drink. Motherfucker. Not an energy drink. I'm going to find this for you. Arbonne Fizz. That ain't it. It was a thing. It was at Coburn's. I have no idea what it was called. And I can't find it anywhere. Oh, this is going to bother me. 99 apples. No, that's not it. Das Optic Nerve says, to be fair, Johnny is kind of a bummer. He doesn't go with any of the bits, and he's kind of a wet rag. Sorry, but that's how it comes across. Well, look, man, we'll see how it goes tomorrow. Taste Fairy Ialto says, that Bookman guy doesn't know that Rumble exists. Yeah, he doesn't know that we're a Rumble show either. He's kind of retarded. It's all right. Strippers Got Me Banned says, why are all your cool drinks so gay? Well, didn't you hear that, Pastor? The gay ones are the coolest. Sam Show says, based take on the cripple. Well, we'll see. I personally think that we're going to fail again tomorrow because I don't think people will put their money where their mouth is. The only way I would continue that as a pattern is if it worked for the show monetarily. Like I said, Monday through Wednesday is in a bit of a slump. Evening shows are fucking crushing. I'm not going to change a thing. Thursdays are crushing. Fridays are crushing. I'm not going to change a thing. There's something going on Monday through Wednesday, and we're going to figure out what it is. That's all. It's just going to figure out what it is. We're just going to adjust things. That's all. Go back tomorrow and get one. I might go there tonight, dude. If Coburn's is still open right now, I might go there tonight and get it. Is this it? Izzy Sparkling Apple? No. No, because it didn't have 70 calories per can. It had less than that's too many calories. This was like 20 or 30 calories a can. Wait a minute. That's how we'll figure it out. 30 calorie per can apple drink. Kroger light apple juice cocktail, great value, simple truth, fruit and veggie drink. I don't think that's it. Treetop. It could be Treetop. It's not Olipop. I know Olipop. I don't. No, that ain't it. No, it ain't Treetop. Shit. Nope, I don't know what it is. I'm gonna have to go back there because now this is really gonna bug the shit out of me. How late? Oh, by the way, I wanted to bring this up tonight. Pizza Hut is bringing back the Book It program to encourage kids to read in exchange for free pizza. This is so awesome. For all the things we're losing and all the things that are going away and all the things that are being taken away from regular, everyday people in America, the fact that Book It is coming back, it's one of those small little things that makes me feel encouraged. What time is Coburn's open until? 10 p.m. All right, I can make it. I'm going to go find one of these fucking things. I'm telling you. I'm going to go find one, and I'll show you tomorrow morning. All right, guys, that's it. Thank you very much. I appreciate you being here tonight. If Karmic was still on, we'd go raid Karmic. He needs the help. I appreciate you guys being here tonight. Take it easy. Have a great one. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m.